Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Stop this one!
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Hello, Tyvis.
What is this mellow good morning? It is game week. Are you not feeling that?
Oh, I'm telling you
woke up
what.
in Columbus ready to roll.
I'm telling you what. It's a horns down week here on T-Bone and Tyvis because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that is such a thing for them, but I'm glad it is.
That's 30 yards worth of penalties for both of you doing the horns down.
Well, I would have taken it.
It's
You
the
know
most
what's crazy?
That's the most insane thing in sports, is it not? That like just saying horns down and doing the little horns down thing, that somehow is like you might as well have flipped off the head coach. I don't understand how we got to this point where they got so protected. That and the Notre Dame athletic director being involved in every major college football decision are two things I will never understand about college football. I don't know how we got there. I don't know why it's protected. I don't really give a bleep about either of those programs from the standpoint that they get away with this stuff. And yet, somehow, like, if someone says, I don't know, Ohio State sucks, like, then we get a 30-yard penalty? Is that how that works? No. No one else gets protected like that. I don't get why they do.
Well, do you think Matthew McConaughey is going to be at the shoot?
No, that'd be great if one of the most overrated actors of our time could show up. Oh, yeah.
Dang.
That's great. I hope good luck with the books there in Interstellar. You're watching people go through the books and you're like, no, as you're in the plaid world or whatever it is. Good luck. Have fun with all that. Stupid Mercury commercials suck. I don't get him at all. Never liked him.
Wow.
I don't get why he became a guru for us either, where it's like, hey, I got to tell you, sometimes you just got to keep on keeping on. And then people are like, oh, my God, he changed my life. How? Why? Because he talks slow and has like a southern drawl to him? I don't get it. He's handsome. I'll give you that. I wish I looked like Matthew McConaughey.
You didn't like the Lincoln Lawyer?
You know, I never saw it. Maybe that one was good. I haven't seen everything he's ever made. But everything I've seen him in, he's like, it's fine. He's fine. He's good. He's an actor. He's supposed to be good. I don't know. I don't get overworked about it. I'm not ready for him. I don't need him to come here. Are you waiting for him to come here?
I could care less.
Exactly.
You know what?
Watch the football game.
Yeah, I do want him to come here. So
you can watch his team lose?
Oh, yeah, when we run him out the building, they need to put the camera right on him just to see what he looked like.
Yeah.
You know who
I made this trip to Columbus just to see us getting smoked.
That's right. That's what I want.
You know who's probably going to make the trip?
Who's that?
The King. Sunshine. Pookie.
Oh, my God.
You know
James.
LeBron will be here for that. Of course.
He'll be there. He'll be there, Tyvis.
Yeah, it'll be right. As he should be.
If Giannis cared about football, he'd be there too.
He does care about football, soccer.
That's fair.
That's
right.
Fair. America, the world's football is what he cares about. That's right. So we have plenty to get to today. We had a weekend of actual college football happenings, so we'll discuss some of that. We have got plenty to discuss with the Browns. We have got some new updates on the Micah Parsons situation with the Cowboys. We also found out how much all these guys are getting paid, or at least some of the guys in NIL are getting paid, some of the top quarterbacks, so we'll get into all that. Plus, Tyvis, you looked at the tape. You broke it down.
Yeah, something that I might do. I think we might do every week.
Yeah.
I'm going to break down position groups, do position battles. So today we looked at Texas's quarterback and Texas wide receivers.
So we'll talk
I'll
about
give you
that.
a thorough breakdown of what I see and what they could do to stop them.
7:30. We'll hear from Tyvis. You get a full. This is like an actual like inside the locker room.
Oh yeah,
the film room has happened.
T-Bone said,
he
this
sent
is
me
thorough.
When you sent me your notes, I was like, yeah, if you want to do a little bit on the, let's talk about some of the position groups. And then he sent me his notes, and I'm like, oh my.
Yeah, I
had no idea.
Mess around. You know what? You asked me to look at somebody. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to expect.
That's great.
So when you see it in the game, it shouldn't be shocking when you see it because it's exactly what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hearing that because I saw some of your notes, but I'm curious for the actual added details and all the stuff you're going to add to it. And I think the people are going to be excited to hear what you have to say. So we'll do that at 7:30. Plus our overachiever of the week. Don't want to give you a spoiler alert, but it may involve someone from the game we're about to talk about. Hawaii upset Stanford. I feel like that was an upset, right? Stanford was probably favored in that game.
Stanford's been bad.
They have been bad, but they have Andrew Luck now. He's their savior.
Man.
He's come back to run the program, and he hired his boy, Frank Reich.
To the ground.
Hawaii was favored at kickoff, though.
Oh, were they really?
They opened as dogs, though.
See. All right.
Little dog to favorite line movement for you degenerates out there. That's something that you should look at when you're gambling. When a dog becomes a favorite, there's something up.
Yeah. Does that mean you should go
give
bet
gambling advice?
Yes.
Oh, Dylan is the degenerate on this show.
Did you use Prime Sports Ohio?
As you should, of
can't
course.
say that I did.
Oh my gosh. Well, you didn't get the right lines then.
They didn't have what I bet Iowa State. FanDuel was the only book that had Iowa State plus 3.5. You need that hook. That's another thing. If you can get that hook, man.
Oh, yeah.
Take it.
I like how Dylan has no loyalty.
I didn't need the hook because Iowa State won outright.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could gamble on college football.
Like if you're legally allowed to or what?
Like because of the
Why?
Big Ten.
Oh, you work for the Big Ten Network. That'd be a good question for your bosses at BTN.
So you don't. I'm assuming you don't gamble on the NFL either.
No, he can't. Ask Bernie Kosar about that.
Yeah. They don't play. They will come fire you over that, dude. I do not mess with the NFL at all. Don't even ask me for advice because I don't have nothing for you, dude.
Too bad we do a 3-hour radio show. We're going to say, hey, Tyvis, who you think's going to win this game? That's advice. You're allowed to say that.
Okay, that's
you
as far
can't
as I can go with
you
it.
can't say like I get if you're like, hey man, the over under on this dude's rushing yardage. I would take the
I feel
under
like I
on
could
that.
do that as long as I'm not
bet on it.
As long as I'm not physically putting the bet down, I'm good.
Yeah. So that Iowa State game that was in Dublin. That kind of kicked off things on Saturday. That was early because it was over in Dublin. So it was 5-hour time difference, something like that. I got to tell you, it was great to see two ranked teams going at it. And then about a quarter of the way into the game, as we got through the first quarter, I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot what Big 12 football looks like. This is what I expected. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was more of it was two good defenses and two offenses that were kind of struggling. Then the second half, it opened up and we actually had a little bit more of a, offense and defense kind of going at it. So that was fun to see.
I think the rain had a lot to do with the sloppiness of the first quarter, but there was a lot going on. I think an offensive lineman caught a pass in the first quarter of that game. So
I feel like you're right.
It was a weird first quarter. It was very wonky. I think it had a lot to do with it being week 0 and it being in Ireland and the rain. And did you see they were making a big deal about the record of teams that go to Ireland? It's 15 games under 500 since they started going to Ireland. They're like, oh, these teams never recover after they go to Ireland. But I mean, 8 of those games under 500 are due to Florida State last year.
Well, yeah, right. Also, I think it does matter that sometimes the teams who decide, yes, let's go over to Ireland are not teams that are usually top 5, top 10 teams perennially.
Right.
They're like, well, sure, this would be a fun thing for us. We could kind of use a little bit of extra boost for our program. This might be one of the few times you really get us put in the national spotlight. So let's take them up on that. Let's move that game over to Ireland. So, by the way, who's going next year over to Europe? Is that? Oh, that's right. That's Michigan. There you go. There's one of those teams like that.
No,
See?
I thought they was going to Germany.
Europe, though. That's what I'm saying. They go over to Europe to do a thing because they're going over to get. Hey, we need a little extra hype on the program.
Moore isn't going. Sharon Moore.
That's one of his pre-selected I don't want to go games where I guess I'll take my suspension then. This huge punishment the NCAA doled out.
My favorite part about the broadcast is that they were asking the Irish citizens random questions about football, and they're like, what's Kansas State mascot? And one of the men from Dublin were like, the Tractors. And I was like, they should change their mascot right now.
They really should.
The Kansas State Tractors makes a lot more sense than the Kansas State Wildcats.
Totally agreed. Who needs to be a Wildcat anyway? How many Wildcats do they have out there? It's Kansas. It's flat and arid land. It's not like they've got a million forests everywhere where you're like, oh yes, where the Wildcats hang out in our mountainous region. There's no mountains. It's the flattest state we possibly have. And it's all farmland. If there were trees and shrubbery and everything, that's all been paved over now by the tractors. You're right. That's what they should be.
You know what? My biggest takeaway from Kansas State versus Iowa State was?
What's that?
Both team secondaries is trash. I mean, if you see the touchdowns that was given up in this game, like the dude is running wide open. Like, what are we doing?
There was a lot of that.
What's going on?
And then after the game, you had Avery Johnson's dad and brother apparently fighting in the street, each other. Did you see that video?
I did
Oh,
not
yeah.
see that.
Oh, yeah. It was a thing. They were like,
why? Wait a
because
minute.
it had been raining. There's a puddle on the ground, and all I see is these two grown men fighting, rolling on the ground. People are pulling them apart. And then they kind of later say, this is Avery Johnson and his brother. This is dad and his brother fighting.
That's family business.
And then I thought, well, maybe it's not. Maybe people just thought that. And then they put out a statement saying, we want to apologize to everyone for making Kansas State look bad in international incident. I mean, bad enough when you get into a fight anyways, as you're like related to a player.
See, this is one of those things that every father has. There's going to come a time when you have a son. There's going to come a time that they're going to try you.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the dad just wasn't having it.
No, the dad was like, I still got it. Just maybe don't do that when you're on an international trip where like all of the college football. Do that in like your backyard, but when no one's going to see it.
If they were going to do it anywhere, it should have been in Ireland. You know, it's where it's acceptable to get drunk and fight your family members. So I think it's not as big of a deal because it happened there.
Let's not just put that on Ireland, although you're right. I would say also my relatives, I have a lot of family in Appalachia, and it's very allowed there too. All right. Let's not just put that on Ireland. There's other places where that's okay. Next up, I have a good example for why you should read the entire news story. One of my favorite sports figures of all time is getting his name dragged through the mud, and I'm not going to be here to stand for it. I'm going to try to clear his name coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, if you're heading out from the southeast side over by Groveport, things are looking really good over there. Your roads, 270 southbound, 270 eastbound, looking pretty average this time around for your Monday morning commute. For folks over in New Albany, same situation here. 161 westbound's looking great. A little bit slower, though, on Beach Road over on the eastbound side. Just be cautious this morning. Just a lot more people on the roads in that particular area. Hey, still no crashes or major slowdowns to report as of this morning, though. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Road trip.
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings because you're driving to Paris,
Texas.
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia.
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unmatched reliability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. Concerned about your investment's rate of return? Let us show you exactly how your portfolio is performing. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center. A chilly start. You might even need a light jacket with wake-up temperatures in the mid to low 50s. But this afternoon, feeling a lot more like fall. Daytime highs will be in the mid to low 70s with plenty of sunshine. For tonight, even colder. Overnight lows down into the upper 40s in some spots to the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast. T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Forgot to mention it, too. Over the weekend, a lot of high school football kicking off. Went out to Marysville.
Oh.
I saw our high school team go out and play.
Did they win?
No.
Damn.
But you know what? It was more about the vibes.
Who did they play?
They played Olentangy. I believe they played the Mighty Orange.
Oh, okay.
It was not close. But that's okay. You know what? It's week one. We're all working out the rust. It was fine. Marysville had, you know what? They had some good defensive plays.
Don't feel bad. My alma mater lost. I think they lost 20-6.
Is that Bedford?
Yeah, Bedford lost 20-6.
Up in Cleveland.
I know Glenville played Massillon. Cardell said he was going to the game.
Oh, was that at Massillon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Glenville won 33-27 in overtime.
Is that the game that Shedeur and Greg Newsom went to?
No, they went to St. Ignatius versus Avon.
Okay.
Yeah, well, shows you how selfish player Shedeur Sanders is, trying to make it all about himself, trying to show up to a high school game and take all the attention away from those kids. That's what some would say. I'm sure they'd find a way to crucify him for that.
He on the sideline too?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
What do he know? I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Shedeur guy, he does some really unbelievable things for the community. So if he want to stand on the sideline, yeah, you let him stand on the sideline.
That's right. I would think, Tyvis, if you went to any high school football game in Central Ohio or in Cleveland.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I would sit in the stands.
I know you would, because that's how you are.
Yeah.
But if you said, hey, I'm former Buckeye and NFL great, Tyvis Powell.
I don't need to.
I'd like to hang out on the sidelines and talk to your players before the game. Any coach in Central Ohio would be like, absolutely. We got a former Buckeye coming in here.
T-Bone, I'm just a radio guy.
Oh, stop.
You got that mixed up. You said former Buckeye and NFL great. I would say great Buckeye, former NFL player.
Buckeye legend. And he was in the NFL. Technically speaking, yes.
I hate him. I hate him.
So you got to read the whole headline with the stories these days, because I mean, this is something I've learned in years of radio, where sometimes you'll see a headline, you go, oh, that sucks, and you don't read the article. I mean, not if you're going to talk about it on the air.
You got to get clicks, so.
Well, but sometimes you're scanning. If you're like in our business where we're looking for stuff, headlines are the first thing that grab your attention, right?
Yeah.
So this headline would certainly grab your attention. Shawn Kemp, former NBA great. Not like a real NBA great. I just want to confirm that. Much like Tyvis, he played in Seattle. There you go. You guys have that similarity. You both played in Seattle. Shawn Kemp was sentenced Friday to 30 days of electronic home monitoring for shooting at two men inside a vehicle in a Washington State mall parking lot. Well, you read that headline and you go, Shawn Kemp violently assaulting two men in a Washington State mall parking lot? How dare he?
Your heart broke, huh?
Well, I was familiar with this story because I have a Google alert for anything Shawn Kemp related, because that's my dude, the Rain Man.
Are you serious?
Oh, I love Shawn Kemp. I had the Kamikazes back in the day. I was the most ridiculous looking seventh grader at Liberty Christian Academy, but I was telling you, I was rocking these Kamikaze, the twos, the ones with the big zigzags.
I haven't heard of a Google. The only Google alert I've ever heard of, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Put it on yourself?
No, my agent said that he got a Google alert for me.
Yeah, because he probably keeps up on you.
He said it's for all his players.
Yeah, he probably sets it for everyone.
Yeah, just in case something happened, he need to know.
Well, hopefully you're getting a text if you're the agent before it hits Google, but yes, that's a good call. So anyway, you hear that headline and you go, man, Shawn Kemp shooting at dudes in a parking lot. This goes back a few years, but in March of 2023, Shawn Kemp's SUV got stolen. Okay, so that's not good. He, though, had his phone was in the car when it got stolen in the SUV. So he had another phone. He tracked the phone, and he found out that these guys that had stolen his truck, his cell phone, and some of the stuff in his truck, all of that he used to locate this in a casino parking lot. So he drove over there and confronted them and said, hey, you're in my stolen vehicle right here. They kind of like argued with him and then eventually said, fine, you can have some of the stuff that's in here, and threw it at. He's like, you see this memorabilia that's in here with my name on it? I'm Shawn Kemp. You have my vehicle. My stuff is in there. So they threw some of his memorabilia out in the parking lot and then drove away. And he said, well, no, I want my cell phone as well. You have my cell phone. He didn't even apparently want the car back. He said, you can keep the car. Just give me the cell phone. They drove away. So now he's mad. So then he tracks the phone again to a mall parking lot where he finds these men have once again. I don't know why these guys didn't just like drive home or drive somewhere, drive away. I don't know. But Shawn Kemp tracked them down to this mall parking lot, confronted them again, and said, just give me my cell phone back and you can steal my car, but just give me my phone back. They said no. And then they pulled a gun on him and shot at him and started to speed away. So then he, being a gun owner himself, pulled out his firearm and shot at the vehicle, trying, he said, to disable it, presumably by like blowing out the tires or hitting the engine block or I don't know what. Now, it's not a Hollywood movie, so he's not a great shot. He missed, and then they drove away. He got arrested for firing at his own vehicle to try to stop people from robbing him after they shot at him. That should be the story, is Shawn Kemp bravely defends his own property against thieves. If that was the storyline, people would read this totally differently than Shawn Kemp arrested for shooting people at a mall. That wasn't what he did. He was protecting himself. He was trying to get his stuff back.
Okay, there's a lot of things wrong. But first, when you say he pulled a gun out and shoot in the urban community, we say he upped the blick. The blickadoo.
The what?
The blickadoo. We call it the blickadoo.
You know, the only blick I'm familiar with, I believe the only blick I'm familiar with are Blick Art Supplies, which is like a place that I used to go in high school. You had to go there to get like the good acrylic paints and stuff for art class. That's Blick is the only Blick I know about.
If you was talking to black people, you was telling that story, you'd be like, Shawn Kemp upped the blick. and shot at him, and they know exactly what you say.
I understand now that you've told me this, but do you know that if I walked in anywhere and was like, hey, I got to let you know, Sean Kemp upped the blick, they would be like, what are you trying to do?
They would be like, what you doing about that?
That would get you invited to the barbecue.
I was about to say, you would get what they call thug points.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
You get a cardlet for like you do at Kroger? Is that like you get points on there, and then I can redeem those for fuel savings later? Okay.
I want that. You're invited to the barbecue. Anyway.
All right. So Sean Kemp up the blick.
Yes.
All right, fine.
So the first problem with this story is, I don't know who these robbers are, but they're rookies.
Clearly.
They are rookies.
The first thing you do is throw the phone out.
That's what I'm saying. Throw cut it off at least something. And then which makes me laugh is he pulled up on them and said, hey, this is my car. And y'all decide to drive or give them some of this stuff. First of all, who just gives them some of this stuff? Like,
that's an admission of guilt.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Like, all right, you got us fair and square there. Here's some of your stuff. Please don't up the blick. I'm gonna leave now.
And then they speed off. And he finds them again, and they still don't think to cut the phone off. So that's the problem on the robbers' fault. They're rookies, clearly, at this.
Yes.
The problem on Sean Kemp's fault, or his fault, is he should have called the authorities.
Of course.
Not the police, the authorities. Is what we. Because if you know where they're at, you could have ended all this by saying, hey, my car's stolen, but I have their location, blah, blah, blah. And it could have been done after the first stop.
Yeah. I don't blame him though if he has some hesitancy on maybe calling the authorities.
I don't blame him either.
I'm gonna just take. Why use valuable state resources when I can handle my own business? I'll take care of it myself.
And now he has to serve 30 days of house arrest.
Well, that's the prosecution wanted him to go to jail for like a year over this, and I'm like,
I already told him if that's the case, I'm only gonna do weekends.
Like, one, I want people to know this, and I want Sean Kemp to know this. I love Sean Kemp.
Did they catch the robbers is the question.
I would hope so. If they have all this evidence, you would think they could say, well, these are the guys. Clearly, the fingerprints would be all over the car.
Well, they should be going down because if they shot at him in public, the only reason that he's at fault is because he shot in public.
Yes, you don't fire the gun in public. I understand the dangers of that, clearly. Also, Sean Kemp could run to me with a bloody murder weapon and say, you need to hide this. And I would be like, Rain Man, where do you want me to? I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't want to up the blick or anything, but I'm with you 100%. I would do it. Hey, where's Detlef Shrimp? Can I also talk with him? Is he involved in this? Is Kendall Gill around? My guy Gary Payton would never. The glove would have you covered. It'd be fine.
Man,
just saying.
You would do a lot for the original Blake Griffin.
Oh, stop.
Original Blake Griffin.
Stop.
That's funny. Nah, that's funny.
Blake Griffin is wish.com Sean Kemp. That's what I would say.
I don't know that.
Calm down.
Blake was.
Let's calm down.
His demise was a shame.
They're pretty much the same player in my eyes.
The blocking. No, the defensive lead. There's no question. Sean Kemp is best. Stop. I'm going to get mad. I hope Sean Kemp fires at you, Dylan. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give him the gun. Clip that coming up in 2 minutes. Kevin Stefanski had things to say about Shedeur Sanders. You'll hear those next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for folks who live over on the east side. We have a new ramp closure to tell you about. This one happening on 270. That northbound ramp to 670 westbound will be closed starting tonight at 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. A quick detour for you. It's going to be a pretty big one here. Take 270 northbound all the way to 161. Then make a nice little loop, circle down to 270 southbound. That will get you back onto 670 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to GNC.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com, 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Over the weekend, Shedeur Sanders, and I should mention, I guess the rest of the Cleveland Browns too, they all played football. However, Shedeur Sanders didn't have the greatest outing in the world. We'll get to his stats in a moment, but Kevin Stefanski after the game was asked about if he puts any stock in the fact that some people think there is a conspiracy to get Shedeur Sanders to not look good in football games. Here's what Kevin Stefanski had to say about that question.
I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better. And that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
All right. Yeah, I mean, did you think you were going to get a huge quote for him that was like, actually, yeah, it's good that you brought that up. Me and Andrew Barry were just talking. We hate this guy. We want him to fail. Like, I know they have to ask the question, but of course he's not going to say anything about that either way. He's just going to say we want everybody to get better. Shedeur did not have the greatest day, did he, Tyvis, in this preseason game?
No, he struggled. He struggled a lot. And I think that the funny thing is there's this whole thing about, because I do post game, and the big thing was coming out of post game was they should release him, and I'm thinking to myself, why? Like, why would you want him to be released? And they're like, I just don't think that they value him and all of that. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Jeff, and I'm like, do they not know that he went like fifth round? It was like 32 teams passed on him 4 times.
Yeah, right.
So I don't understand why people believe that if he gets released, in their mind, they think if he gets released by the Browns, somebody's going to claim him and he's going to be the starter like week 1. And I'm like, did you just not see? Okay, so for the game, you have to understand that the Rams did not value this game at all. They starters didn't even travel to the game. Like they played. The people that the Browns play is all getting cut. Probably every last one of those guys is getting cut. And that's why when the Browns first team went out there, it should have been a hot knife through butter, because this is ones versus factory workers.
Okay.
That's just what it is. So
That's I like it. That's right.
So when you see Joe and them score, it's like, yeah, they're supposed to do that. When Dylan Gabriel is supposed to do that. When Shedeur struggled, and the reason I believe, in my mind, the reason why I think Shedeur struggled is because he understands that he's in a competition with Dylan Gabriel, right? They're both competing for whatever rookie's going to be the first to go in the game for the regular season. Both of them had up until that point, he had a good game. DG game was okay. But Dylan Gabriel's game against the Rams was really good. So the competitor in him was, I just watched this man go out there and do 2 scoring drives. Got a field goal and a touchdown. And he executed a 2-minute, which is one of the hardest things to do as a quarterback in the NFL, is executing a 2-minute drive. He was thinking to himself, I have to do something. I have to make this flashy, this explosive play. Like, I got to do it. And what he showed was why he's fourth on the depth chart. Because what happened was, I think in Kevin Stefanski's system, it's about timing. Okay, some of the best quarterbacks that excel are the ones that understand, like, I'm going to take my drop on my back hitch, I'm throwing the ball, it's gone. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield was great at doing that for a while. The reason him and Odell fell out is because Odell wasn't a guy that ran the routes to perfection. It wasn't a crispy route. He gonna put his extra sauce on it. It might be a little late for Baker. So that's where the falling out came. You get a guy like Amari Cooper who just run routes. They had a great connection. That's why he was so successful here. Make a long story short, with Shedeur, I felt like he didn't throw the ball. Like, a lot of people say his offensive line wasn't great. Okay, yeah, that's plays a part of it. But I watched a few clips where he took his drop and he could have thrown the ball, but he held it for a split, held it for whatever reason. Then you took 5 sacks in that game, and I just was like, you could have got rid of the ball. You could have got the ball out your hands earlier, throw it away. Don't take those sacks. And then he did the drifting thing that he does in the pocket, which is something that he needs to work on. So for me, it was a game. I'm not looking at it. It was a bad game. It was not a great performance by him. He just didn't have it. And everybody's making this uproar like he's like a first-round pick or something. Like, he's a rookie. Like, this is what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to have some good moments. He's supposed to have some bad moments. And then the big uproar came when the 2-minute drive happened, that he didn't go do the 2-minute drive.
Well, that part, I mean, Tyler Huntley got in for that, which is a guy they literally cut right after the game.
Yeah.
And I can understand a little bit of people saying, what's the point of putting in a guy to run a 2-minute drill when he's not going to be.
So my thought on it is this: I've compared it to baseball. If you're in the 8th inning or the 9th inning, and the pitcher that's been in gives up a home run, you gonna take him out and put the closer in. Like, all right, we got it. This is that's what this was. Like, Shedeur was doing bad, and Kevin was like, yeah, you don't have it today. I'm going to give it to Tyler Huntley. And so my issue with everybody saying, well, Shedeur had no offensive line and he had no wide receivers. Well, Snoop had the exact same line and went right down there and put together a game-winning drive. So to me, what it came off to me was, yeah, would I have loved to have seen Shedeur do the 2-minute drive? Sure. Would it have been worth it? Sure. But I think what Kevin thought was, for some odd reason, he values Tyler Huntley. They really love Tyler Huntley. Who's to say that giving him that 2-minute drive, watching him perfectly execute that, doesn't give him another opportunity with another team in the league? Like, somebody might look at that and be like, we need a veteran quarterback to come in. Oh, he just executed this 2-minute drive. He's been doing well with the Browns. Let's give him an opportunity. I think Kevin is one of those guys that values players like that and looks out for players like that. Shedeur's going to be here all year. Like, he's not getting cut. So you got all year to work with him, to where we knew Snoop wasn't making the team, but this was one last opportunity to help that team win and for him to get an opportunity to maybe move on to somewhere else. I see the Raiders is looking for a backup quarterback. So
yeah,
there you
go. And I mean, maybe they are looking also at maybe a Kenny Pickett. Maybe they'd be willing to go trade for him. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the reality is, It is a situation the Browns have made for themselves, so I don't want to hear anybody from their front office complaining about the fact that this is a narrative. You drafted, whether you had your good reasons, it's lottery tickets, however you want to look at it, you drafted 2 guys that are very well known to college football fans to a franchise that desperately wants to find a quarterback savior, right? Whatever you think, Dylan Gabriel had a nice preseason. He looks like he can get the ball out of his hands quick. He doesn't make terrible decisions. I mean, I know he threw a pick there in the preseason. He's done that a few times. It's fine. He's a rookie. He's going to make those mistakes. But Dylan Gabriel looks like the more polished quarterback prospect right now. My problem with him is he's 5'10", and he's going to throw the ball into the line about 8 times a game if you let him play for a full game.
He hasn't done that yet. You know where he messes up is, if he misses a throw, he always overthrows it. And that's scary, because as a DB, you're taught tips and overthrows, you got to get those. So a lot of picks come from overthrown balls. So that's where I worry about him in that situation. But as far as the polish thing goes, yeah, he looked good. Like, you can clearly see that he understands, like, They want me to have this ball for a little bit, get the ball out of my hands, and that's exactly what it was. I think they said he averaged like 2.72 seconds with the ball in his hand or something like that, which is really, really good. And then for the people that said, that Shedeur didn't have a line, 3 of the 5 of those guys that executed the 2-minute drill with Dylan Gabriel also was on the line for Shedeur.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that Shedeur Sanders had a bad game. And ultimately, I think a lot of it came down to he did a lot of things in college that worked, where he was able to escape. He reverted back to some bad habits, and it will take time for him to get out of those bad habits. I think ultimately Dylan Gabriel probably he played at 3 different schools. Shedeur had played at 2, I know, but he played under a system that was run mostly all the time by his dad, right? So there was a system put in place for Shedeur Sanders. It's probably a little different than everywhere Dylan Gabriel went. He had to learn a new offense, all those things. I'm not making excuses for Shedeur, but I am saying it's the nature of those 2 backgrounds those 2 guys had. Dylan Gabriel probably had to figure things out a little quicker than Shedeur did because the offense wasn't always probably tailored to him in the way it might have been for Shedeur. That's real. But you can also tell Shedeur Sanders has talent. He just needs to learn to step up in the pocket and make throws and not be so reliant on, the one sack he took where he went back 20 yards.
22 yards.
You can't do that. But that's known. Also, if it was just Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, I think we wouldn't be as hyper-focused on every throw, every drive. Same with Dylan Gabriel. If it was just Dylan Gabriel, we wouldn't be looking at every single throw as, that's great. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's terrible. I think it's the nature of what the Browns have done here is that now you've created this situation. More than anything, the worst thing you can do for a star quarterback is to have them under this type of microscope, especially when neither of these guys are going to start, which is shocking that they have this level of scrutiny on them and neither of them are about to go lead the franchise right away. So I that's kind of odd that we're in this situation to begin with, but welcome to the Browns. This is kind of par for the course. This is how it goes. Who could have seen this coming except literally everyone who follows the Browns? Coming up next, one of the most expensive pieces of sports memorabilia just sold over the weekend. I'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning to you. Still not noticing any crashes out there or even major slowdowns, but we are noticing more people on the roads. New Albany looking at you guys, 161 westbound, looking a little bit slower than usual right now. Of course, for folks over in Canal Winchester and Pickerington, if you're taking 33 westbound heading into the city this morning, definitely a lot slower this morning with some delays out there. And for folks 70 eastbound, of course, over on the west side, 16 miles per hour reported there. Of course, that ongoing construction site. Crew members still on scene this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Make your long summer holiday weekend a good deal better by stocking up on your favorites during the Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match over 2,000 items store-wide, like Meijer shredded or chunk cheese, 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. Brawny paper towels and Dixie Family Pack paper plates and bowls. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
After an audit of our programming, the suits here at The Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that common man is stupid. Good news, we fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on The Fan all season long. Yay, baseball!
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
It may be the most predictable thing ever that the Browns drafting 2 rookie quarterbacks has caused this rift between the fan base where you have
I hate it.
People on the Shedeur side, people are on the Dylan Gabriel side.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And it's the saddest part is, one, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you should care about them just getting a franchise quarterback. You shouldn't care who it is, you know? And that's the thing. If you take that and put your biases to the side and just look at the quarterbacks and look how they operate offense, you clearly see why he's where he is, why he's 4th on the depth chart. Now, my thing with this is I don't like the fact that it's not Shedeur. Like, that's the thing. It's not Shedeur at all. Shedeur is great. He's great on the interview, humble guy, does great things with the community. From everything I hear, he's a great teammate. So everybody loves Shedeur. Where the problem where people root against Shedeur, it's not because of his father. You know what it is? It's his fans. His fans is unbelievable. And like you can't be remotely critical of Shedeur. You can't say anything negative about Shedeur. If you do any of those things, they're gonna tell you that you just wrong as 2 left shoes. And I'll be like, just watch the tape. Like some stuff you can't even argue.
Let me add in though. I think if you're talking about just his time with the Browns, that's correct. But there are for sure people from the moment he stepped foot on Jackson State's campus, right? Like where there were people who were like, F this dude, he sucks.
Why?
Because he's Deion's son. He's probably not any good. His dad's just promoting him. And then he was good there, and they're like, yeah, but he can't do it against real competition. Then he goes to Colorado, and he was pretty good there, and people hated him the entire time.
My issue with that is
there have been people who were anti-Shedeur Sanders from the beginning. There are people now within the Browns camp, to your point, where it's become like, Dylan Gabriel's my guy, so I have to hate Shedeur Sanders. That's stupid. I'm with you.
My issue with the whole...
Just root for the Browns. Whoever's the best is who I want to go out there and succeed.
My issue with the whole, like, I hate Shedeur thing is, no, you don't. What has he done for you to hate him?
Yeah, right.
It's not like he's saying crazy things.
Oh, no. Wrist up is a big thing.
So everybody got a celebration.
No, you can't do that.
Everybody got a celebration.
Got to duck your head and run back into the tunnel and be like Peyton Manning, be like, "Oh shucks, guys, I'm just happy we threw touchdowns."
No,
that's what you have to do.
No, that
can't be like yourself.
No,
can't be a person.
There is absolutely no reason to hate Shedeur at all. Like, he has never give you a reason to hate on him. The only thing I can do is be critical of his play, because that's what I'm paid to do, is analyze people's play. So when I say things, it's not because, believe you me, I would love for him to be the starter. Do you understand from a media standpoint what would happen if Shedeur Sanders becomes the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns?
Gosh, yeah.
It would be unbelievable to cover him.
You'd never see.
Oh my goodness!
He already was one of the leading jersey sellers in the NFL.
He is the rookie leading jersey seller. He brings all types of national media or attention to the Browns. It would be incredible if he became the starting quarterback. So believe everybody that covers the Browns probably secretly wants Shedeur to be good. So when people have to be critical, it's not because they hate Shedeur. It's because that's what it is.
To your original point, Tyvis, about the fans, I rooted for Shedeur in college. I'm a big fan of his dad. I buy the blenders. I do all the stuff. I buy the prime, apparel and stuff like that.
But you don't use Prime Sports. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's Dion's. Dion's sportsbook is Prime Sports. I love it.
I am now getting annoyed with the Shedeur fan base, and it's making me not like him. It's making me not root for him. It's making me change my perception of him, and that might be wrong.
It is wrong.
You know who that? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Dylan.
I did the same thing with Baker Mayfield, because the people that defended Baker Mayfield, they just defended him to no end, and he couldn't do anything wrong. And I feel like the same thing is happening with Shedeur. It's like, Shedeur, like you brought up, he's a 5th-round pick. He's not expected to do anything. But the thing is he had that good preseason game, and you two were guilty as just as anybody else. Came in Monday morning doing wrist up, getting super excited for Shedeur. Dylan Gabriel had 2 great preseason games. Where's your hoop?
No.
Okay, he had one game and one good game. And
I whoa. Hold on, because I said Dylan Gabriel was Dylan.
Today you did.
I said that last week when against Philadelphia. You go check Twitter, because I got grilled for it. As soon as I said something, he threw the picks. Oh, it's your boy. It's your boy. Like, that's what I had to deal with. So don't do that. I want both of them to succeed. How great would it be that we got 2 good rookie quarterbacks that actually can do well? Like,
there's people on this radio station, I'm not going to say their names.
No, please name their names. Up the blick. Come on, let's do it. It's up the blick.
After that performance by Shedeur, what was it, against Carolina, that was saying that he should start week 1 of the season.
Who said that?
It might be someone who's on a show after us, and I don't know if they were being facetious, but man.
Oh, if it was recent.
That's fine. No, but you know what, though? That
sounds like something Reeser would say.
Let me just say, the reality is they should start a rookie quarterback this year.
No,
They should.
At some point.
No. Just, winning games, this whole notion that Joe Flacco is going to come in and you're going to win games, you owe that to everybody else. You owe it to yourselves to find your starting quarterback, because everything else, and Joe Flacco is not your starting quarterback for the future.
So this is my thing with that, because we're up against it. I would say that the reason that they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks this year is because they've realized in the past, like DTR is the latest example. DTR was a developmental quarterback that they took in the 5th round.
He was going to leave the Browns and go on and get out of Stefanski's system.
That's irrelevant.
Turn it on.
That's irrelevant to this right now. He was a 5th round quarterback that they believed that they could develop. He looked good in the preseason, so they elevated him to the 2 spot. Deshaun Watson gets hurt. He goes in. His first game is against who? The Baltimore Ravens. He looks absolutely terrible. Look like he don't know what to do. All of that. And it kind of messed him up for the future. Like, he never really bounced back from that moment. And I think that Kevin looks at it like, look at the first 6 games of the Browns schedule. It's some of the toughest teams in the NFL. How would it be? You will be repeating the same mistake that you made if Joe Flacco went down against Cincinnati and then you had to start Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur against Baltimore. You're literally doing the same thing you did to DTR. So I think that's why they're keeping Kenny Pickett, for that reason, to get through that juggernaut. But by the time you get to week 9, like, depending on what the record is, now you owe it to yourself to see what you have in those 2 young guys. They're going to be very, very slow with these 2 guys because they don't want to make the same mistakes that they made before by putting guys out there way too early.
Yeah, that's a solid point. I didn't think of it that way.
I appreciate it.
You know what? That's level-headed.
You know,
how do you survive in Cleveland
they
sports
can't
media
stand me
when you just say like a reasonable take? I don't know how that works.
They can't stand it.
All right, we didn't talk about the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia. It sold over the weekend. It was a sports card. It's not even like actual in-game used, like a jersey or something like that. We'll talk about that, and we will talk about some players in college football who might be able someday to afford something that expensive. We'll talk about all that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
So we are noticing some traffic start to build over on the south side. 270 at 23 looking pretty busier than usual right now. That is because if you're heading on 23 in that southbound direction particularly, we're noticing some pavement repairs happening right now. Looks like crew members are working the scene this morning. So we also have lanes restricted. Looks like it's merged to one lane only. So definitely causing some backups this morning. Looking like 28 miles per hour for your travel times in this area. Again, 270 and 23 on that south side this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shame practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes, we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I just had the greatest day today. One of our customers in Delaware literally happy cried. Her new windows just completely transformed her home. It was just magical.
Oh, so you like magic?
Well, that's not what I was saying.
Is this your card?
Wilson, you didn't even... Okay, sure. That was my card.
And magic.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Jeremy Foltz, CEO and co-founder of 3C Technology Solutions, speaks about working with First Bank of Central Ohio.
I think FBCO had a really nice personal touch. Transition was really easy and much cleaner than I thought it would be. Some very specific things that made me very excited to work with them are availability and creativity.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
You ever get decision paralysis, like figuring out what to watch or what to eat? Well, the same applies if you're hiring. It can be overwhelming to have too many candidates to sort through. But with ZipRecruiter, you can proactively find the best ones quickly. How? Through their innovative resume database. ZipRecruiter's resume database uses advanced filtering to quickly hone in on top candidates for your roles. See someone who stands out? You can unlock their contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns took on the Los Angeles Rams in the final matchup of the preseason. The Browns treated this as a dress rehearsal for the regular season, playing many of their starters, including quarterback Joe Flacco. Flacco went 9 of 10 for 71 yards and a touchdown in 3 series, but the story of the day were the rookies, as Dylan Gabriel shined, going 12 of 19 for 129 yards and a touchdown, while Shedeur Sanders struggled, going 3 for 6 with only 15 yards and getting sacked 5 times. The Browns' Week 1 opponent, the Cincinnati Bengals, took a different approach. They sat their starters, including Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, in a 41-14 loss to the Colts. And on the diamond yesterday, the Cincinnati Reds won 6-1 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, while the Cleveland Guardians lost 5-0 to the Texas Rangers. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP, or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's Tebow. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. Rusty's in the chat. Grass and I don't know if it's Grass and Bass or Grass and Bass, but my guy, he's in there. He's not a fan of Kevin Stefanski, apparently.
That's fair.
Appreciate you jumping into the mix.
That's fair. I can understand. I understand people's frustration with Kevin Stefanski. But I also can see the positives in Kevin Stefanski too. So,
by the way, I just want to say for Bengals fans who are like, you spent a half an hour talking about the third string quarterbacks for the Browns. Like, why are you doing that? Don't worry. The Bengals will get their talk and we'll be all excited about them when they play the games that matter. See, the Browns, this is our time. When it's not regular season games, that means draft time, free agency, all the speculative stuff. The Bengals are the team that actually gets talked about when the games matter and they go play, because you have one of the best offenses in the league. You have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. If your defense shows up at all this year, we'll have plenty of time to talk about you. I do want Bengals fans to know I hate my team half the time because this is what it's all about. We talk about all this nonsense as opposed to actually talking about the 17 games that matter. So, yeah, we're talking about it, but just know, Bengals fans, we'll have plenty for you as the season goes on.
And then when January comes, we'll talk about neither.
Dylan. I
hope that's wrong.
Look, for Bengals, I mean, I hope both teams are relevant, but yeah, I have a feeling if one of them is, it's going to be the one in Cincinnati, but fair enough. All right, so this expensive piece of sports merchandise, how about, if do you collect any sports cards, Tyvis? Have you ever done that?
No.
I don't know if you, how do I know you don't do that?
Why'd you, he looked at you like that was a stupid question, Mr. I have 200 jerseys.
Do I look like, my name is Timothy Hall?
Okay. I like to collect a sports card here and there. I have some up in the office, but you're right. I'm not there every week. I'm not, going to the card shows, but I have done that in the past. And I do know a little bit about the hobby. Well, one thing you look for in the hobby is you want rarity, right? Any collector wants something rare. Mm-hmm. So how about a 1-of-1 card? There's only one of these made.
Tyvis Powell.
No. This card.
25 cents.
Trust me, I'm looking for a Tyvis Power card. Did you ever do a deal? Did you get a little Upper Deck signature on there? No?
I
Ever did
did
that?
do a deal with somebody.
Did you? Hey, that's good.
What did I do a deal with? Was
I don't
it
know.
Panini?
Oh, Panini's a big one, yeah. You would have been.
I don't remember. It was a while
I got to go
ago.
find your card.
Call your agent.
Yeah, that's right. So this is a Jordan Kobe autographed 1-of-1 double Logo Man sports card. Now, the Logo Man is the, Jerry West NBA logo.
Yes.
That's on every jersey.
Yes.
Right? Well, they cut up jerseys and put them in sports cards now. And so you can get a piece of a jersey, right? Where they have jerseys where it's like, this is a game-worn jersey. A piece of it is in this card. And you can see it. The fabric is sewn into the card. And then sometimes those are autographed. Sometimes those are 1-of-1. So what you want, what's more valuable, like if you get a Kobe Lakers jersey card, right? You could get it's just like a purple swatch of the jersey or a yellow swatch of the jersey. But what's more valuable is if you get the purple and white and yellow where like the letter is or the number is, right? That's like, ooh, this is like differentiation. This is cool. The most sought after part though, they cut out the little logo on the jersey and sometimes they put that whole NBA logo from the jersey right there in the card. That is super rare.
When you say cut the card, I mean, when you say they put it in the card, what do you mean?
Look it up. Like, look, they
like
have the card,
actual
the physical
jersey
card.
fabric.
Yes, the card
in the card.
Yes, the card is thicker than a regular card.
Okay,
and so they put like they sandwich it in there, and then there's a little hole. But like literally, if you take the card out, you could touch it if you wanted. You probably wouldn't want to because that, God forbid, you mess up the value of this card. Anyway, so they put stuff like that in cards anyway. These jersey cards. Getting the logo is a huge deal, the NBA logo. Getting an NBA logo from a noted player is an even bigger deal. Getting a logo from not just Kobe Bryant, but also Michael Jordan, both of them in one card, that is the card that sold over the weekend. It's a 2007-2008 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection dual Logo Man autograph, Jordan and Kobe. Obviously, you're not getting, sadly, any more Kobe Bryant autograph cards, so that enhances the value of this as well because it goes up now that that's even more rare. But this is a 1-of-1 card with two of the greatest to ever play the game. Both of their signatures are on this and verified. It's been verified by the card company. It's been verified by one of the aftermarket companies that values these cards. This thing went for $12.9 million on Saturday night.
For a card?
For a card. Yeah. Not like the jersey itself, which I would think if you get a whole jersey, that's got to be worth something. They said
a card,
a baseball, a sports card, $12.9 million
with two pieces of fabric in it.
And two signatures, and obviously one of those signatures, there's no more autographs.
$12 million for
$12.9. It's the second most expensive sports collectible of all time. The only thing that has sold for more money than this, from a sports collectible standpoint, is Babe Ruth's 1932 World Series jersey. Like the entire jersey, not just a little piece of fabric from it. The whole jersey that he did the called shot thing, where he pointed out to the outfield and then hit a home run in the World Series, and he's Babe Ruth. That jersey sold for approximately $24 million. So, all right. Outside of that, this is the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia ever. And I'm just
a card with the NBA logo on it.
Yeah, well, two of them from jerseys worn by both Kobe and Michael and signed by both guys.
The second and the 11th greatest players to ever live.
You better cut that out. First of all, you must be from Chicago the way you disrespecting the dead like that. You don't
Wow.
do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
Kobe is definitely top 5.
11th is not disrespectful at all.
Yes,
No, it's
it is.
hundreds
Think
of
of all the
people
players.
that have played in the
Very
NBA.
disrespectful.
Thousands of players have played.
Kobe is top 5.
So here's some top 5 guys. Pete Nakos of On3. I don't know how to say his name, but he does a lot of good reporting. Here are the top 5 quarterbacks in college football as far as dollars associated with their NIL. Number 5, Drew Aller, Penn State, $3 million. Number 4, Dylan Raiola, also $3 million for Nebraska. Carson Beck at Miami, former Georgia quarterback, $3.2 million. Bryce Underwood getting somewhere between $3 and $4 million from Michigan. Number 1, though, Darian Mensah.
The dude from Tulane?
The Tulane transfer to Duke, getting supposedly between $4 and $5 million a year. Now, still can't
Good for
afford his
him.
Logo Man card, but maybe if someday, if you keep playing like that, on your way.
So for that Logo Man, for that $12 million,
Yes,
they just wrote a check.
Probably.
All right,
Yeah, I mean,
are they on some type of payment plan?
No. This is an auction where it's like everybody who's bidding on this has been verified funds.
This
Like,
ain't
you don't get
this
into
ain't
this auction.
Afterpay or Klarna or none
No.
of that.
You can't pull out like your American Express black card. They don't let you do that.
Pay $12.9 million, or Klarna make 4 payments of $30.5 or whatever. Get out of here. Yeah, they don't take that.
PayPal lets you split up stuff now as well.
This ain't QVC. It's not like, for 12 easy payments, you too could own the, Fisherman's Friend or whatever. No, you have to pay all. It's like going to any high-end auction. If you're bidding on artwork, it would be the same thing, or a fancy car. You have to have the verified funds. They transfer that over right away.
You telling me if somebody said, yeah, I'm going to pay $14 million or something, you wouldn't tell them, hey, but I don't have it all today, but you give me.
No. Because there was someone else right behind that person saying, I do. I have $12.85 million or whatever the bid was below 12.9.
You got to check their credit score and see their payment history.
They do check the credit. They don't let you into these things unless, if you're behind on your payments, you're still like, I have a Sears card. And they're like, Sears isn't even around. How are you still paying on that? That's like, no, you don't get into this auction.
Malik Beasley was not allowed at this auction. Okay?
Hey, he cleared his name.
No. Malik Beasley is cleared of supposedly the gambling allegations.
Cleared his name.
He still got kicked out of his apartment in Detroit for not paying. That's a different thing. So coming up next, future Buckeye getting harassed by lesser football programs. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. We are noticing a couple of traffic trouble spots out there as a lot more people head out the door right now. Over in New Albany, 161 eastbound looking a little bit slower than usual at 29 miles per hour for your travel times, especially over by Beach Road just past 62. So do be mindful there. Also noticing some slowdowns for Canal Winchester and Pickerington on our southeast corner. If you're heading up 33 on that westbound direction, definitely want to make sure to take it nice and slow. Pack that patience. 16 miles per hour for your drive times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Then you are under siege. From the minute you hit adulthood, stress, bad sleep, junk food, screens, pressure, it all chips away at your testosterone, your energy, and your confidence. But no one tells you that. And no one tells you the benefit of screening early when you're younger. Research has found that maintaining optimal hormone levels prevents severe men's health issues later in life. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we fight for you. The tired dad, the high performers running on fumes, the gym grinders, the man whom online pills have failed. This is for every man, young and old. Forget pills from apps or emails. You need a real medical provider, a clinic that'll fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Guys, the future is local. Real clinics, real specialists, real answers. Testosterone results in minutes, not days. Columbus Men's Clinic's friendly staff is on standby, ready to tackle your ED, your low T, and enhance your life. Call right now, 614-300-7400, or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Keep your summer fun going in a new Toyota RAV4, America's best-selling SUV. Now through September 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.99 on RAV4 Hybrid, excludes plug-ins, or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Reds fans, for a limited time, save big on all remaining home games with no fees on regular season full-price tickets. Catch the biggest upcoming matchups against the Cardinals, Mets, Cubs, and more. This offer includes Labor Day weekend, which you can spend at the ballpark cheering on your Redlegs. On Saturday, August 30th, fans in attendance will receive a 100 green bobblehead thanks to TriHealth while supplies last. Hurry, this no-fees offer ends Thursday. Visit reds.com/tickets.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A chilly start. You might even need a light jacket with wake-up temperatures in the mid to low 50s, but this afternoon feeling a lot more like fall. Daytime highs will be in the mid to low 70s with plenty of sunshine. For tonight, even colder. Overnight lows down into the upper 40s in some spots to the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Earlier in the show, I revealed who, if a player came to me and said, I need you to hide this murder weapon for me, I said I would do it. And I said who the player was that I would do that for. If you missed it, well, guess what? You can go find out. Listen to the podcast. Wherever you get podcasts, you can go check that out now. Just search for T-Bone and Tyvis. It's right there. Comes to you free of charge. Hit subscribe or follow so you get every episode. That way, if later on, later this hour, 7:30, we're going to talk about Tyvis is going to break down Texas quarterback and wide receivers, tell you what he sees, the view he got from the film. If you can't stick around for that, we'd love you to. But if you can't, go listen to it on the podcast later today. It's all there for you. So go find it wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis, hit subscribe. You'll never miss an episode, which we appreciate. So I saw Chris Henry Jr. Good. Just played in high school game on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
See those highlights?
I did.
Brian Hartline, again, does not miss.
See, that's the thing. The receiver room is so crazy to me. Because this is how it started. It started with Garrett and Chris, right? When they left.
Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
When they left, I was like, what are we going to do at receiver? You know? Because, it's very rare that you just replace it. Mm-hmm. And then Jackson and Marvin came. And I'm like, okay. All right.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, who set the record in the Rose Bowl for most yardage, receptions, everything.
Right. So
right?
Jackson got hurt his last year. Mm-hmm. He didn't play. He barely played. But then Emeka showed up. Then Marvin left. And I'm like, well, if Marvin left, there is no way that we replacing that. This dude was about to win the Heisman. He was in the Heisman talk.
Yeah.
And then JJ comes. And now
Jeremiah Smith.
You telling me that Jeremiah Smith is going to leave. I can't fathom somebody being that much better than Jeremiah Smith. Day one. He kind of ruined it for a lot. He set the bar so high. I'm not expecting Chris Henry Jr. to hit that bar. It's unreasonable.
I know, but all the highlights, if you didn't see this game, go watch the highlights from this over the weekend. That would probably be his first high school game this year, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Entering his senior year.
His teammate coming here too?
I think you're right. I think there's another guy on that team, too.
I think it's another, the opposite receiver, I want to say.
So Chris Henry Jr. looked amazing in this game. He had a catch where, like, the ball is over the wrong shoulder. There's a defensive back there, and he just turned back, grabbed it. And you saw him as he caught it. He's like 40 yards from the end zone. After he ran about 10 or 15 yards, he realized no one was around him. He started, like, pumping his arms like, yeah, I can't believe I just caught that. That's awesome. And then he ran to the end zone and celebrated.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He did what? He celebrated. There's people upset about that.
You're not allowed to do that. No.
Okay.
He did the OH celebration.
He did, and then pulled the mask down too. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
It's for people. I'm sure people got problems with that though.
Whatever.
Right?
It's whatever. It's.
I can't believe he caught this ball.
No, you have to go look at it. It's unbelievable. Well, after the game, some of the recruiting sites caught up with him. We're talking with him, and he said, "quote." About Texas and Oregon, they're still sending him messages. He said, quote,
did he catch this
They
ball?
are.
He didn't even see it. Like,
no.
He didn't even see it. Like, this is wow.
Oh, it's one of the most unbelievable catches I've ever seen. But Chris Henry Jr. said about Oregon and Texas, they are still hitting me up, but I'm at Ohio State, so ... This is according to Marcus Benjamin, who got that quote. So, yeah, just leave him alone. You know, he's where he's going.
I mean, he closed
signed, sealed, and delivered. He's here.
He closed it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's done. So, but you just got to sign.
I mean, when you see stuff like this, though, I mean, you gotta keep going. You never know. I don't blame other schools for this.
Call all you want, but I hope that everything with Brian Hartline. I think that's what most of the recruits that you see where they could go anywhere in the country. They could probably go anywhere, play well, and still get drafted at a very high level. But I think when you're a talent like Chris Henry Jr. appears to be,
I don't know how he
like all these other dudes who have come through of the last few years that are awesome, they're not looking at, I want to be one of the top receivers taken. They're looking at, I want to go top 5. And Brian Hartline probably puts you in a spot where you can do that. But just sit back and think. Let's hope and pray, right? That Julian Sayin is everything he is expected to be, and he can be a great quarterback at Ohio State. He has another year next year here, right? Jeremiah Smith, whether it's right or wrong that this is how the rules work, he has another year here.
I know, and that means
Chris Henry Jr. next year could be playing alongside him. Just
it's unfair.
It's hard not to let your mind wander and say, "Wow, that is going to be."
I don't want to put them type of expectations on him because that
doesn't matter. They're already on him. You're not doing it.
It's unreasonable to ask Chris Henry Jr. to come here and be better than Jeremiah.
I'm not saying better, but imagine
as good as Jeremiah. That's ridiculous.
Next year, if Jeremiah Smith is everything that he was last year, he's obviously got a whole year of football to play this year. But assuming he has the trajectory he's been on, right, or even if he's just as good as he was last year, then next year you bring him in, Chris Henry Jr., into this mix. Now you've got one of the greatest wide receivers in Ohio State history, potentially, lining up alongside of you. You have other guys, too, who are obviously pretty good here, who are going to be making their names for themselves. And then you add Chris Henry Jr. into the mix of that. Yeah, it could be one of the – it could be a great freshman year for him.
It's unfair. It really is.
Tyvis, while you're watching high school football highlights, Jeremiah Smith's brother, Angelo Smith, he had an interception on ESPN, too, that were making the rounds on Twitter. He has an offer from Ohio State to play safety.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
What's his
Did you
name?
know that?
Angelo Smith, yeah.
Let me look this up.
Yeah.
Yes.
He tracked across the field and got it right, at the right on the sideline.
Yep. He's in the 2027 class.
I think I seen Marvin's brother have a crazy
Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that
He also has an offer from Ohio State.
Hey, man. Family business. That's fine with me.
I'm looking at it right now. Here it is.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, he came out the middle of the field. They covered 2. That's a good catch.
One of the favorite segments that we're doing, I found, is Tyvis watches highlights during the show.
He got some good range.
He completely forgets that he's on a radio show, and
that's okay. He's lost in the tape. That's fine.
I am lost. That's the problem with me, man. Y'all can't tell me to look at film because I gotta really analyze the film.
I did see that we're going to get some film on Bryce Underwood because apparently he is going to start, according to the reports. Sharon Moore apparently told the team yesterday he is the starter. So
who is he battling? Was Davis Warren still there?
Maybe. But you're looking at a guy who's a freshman coming in, who's now got all these expectations. That's a lot for him to go take on. We'll find out if he's any better than some of the other reported saviors of Michigan football. Remember with, what was his name? Oh, the dude that they just had there that went to UNLV. Why am I blanking on his name?
Alex Orji?
Alex Orji, yeah.
My guy. Just because of his name.
Oh, I was about to say, how did
Alex Orji, how did he do with UNLV, right? That was
we'll find out.
A Vegas orgy is what they're labeling him
crazy.
as. They got it done. They won the game against Idaho State after being down at halftime. They found a way to come back.
Y'all as bad as
Dan Mullen out there.
Y'all as bad as RG3 when he was talking about Alex Orji.
What did he say?
Said it's an orgy in the end zone.
That's out of pocket.
When Alex Orji came in during that Buckeye game, I thought he was going to be like the greatest Michigan quarterback of all time.
They thought he was.
They talked about the Buckeye defense.
They talked about him. I remember when the Michigan men were all talking about him being Cam Newton. And that was like,
they did say that.
You think Cam Newton was good. Wait till you see Alex Orji. And it's like, well, I have a memory, and it wasn't that long ago.
Wasn't Joe Milton up there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he transferred from Michigan to Tennessee, right?
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, all these guys have been like the saviors of Michigan football. And again, they won a national championship during all this. I mean, I'm making light of it. We know how that all went, but they won one 2 years ago. Fine. I don't know. Maybe Bryce Underwood is as good as advertised. I hope he's not. As a Buckeye fan, I hope he's terrible, but I have my suspicions that he won't be. He will be actually pretty decent. Getting a lot of money, like we just talked about last segment, to go up there and get that playing time. So.
By the way, he was supposedly battling with graduate transfer Mikey Keene, who previously played for UCF and Fresno State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that's right. I remember they brought in like Fresno State guy. I remember hearing about that. Like, oh, this could be whatever. It's fine. All I know is I don't care what he does. I don't care how many games he wins, how many yards he throws for. The last Saturday in November, he better not do anything against this Buckeye team. This Buckeye defense better come shut him down. But we got a lot of football between now and then. I'm ready, man. I'm so ready for football to finally start. Not that we didn't have it this past weekend. We did. I watched.
Yeah, don't disrespect Farmageddon.
I watched Kansas State and Iowa State. It was fine.
I did not know that was the name of the rivalry, by the way.
I didn't know it was the fifth longest rivalry that's been continuously played in college football.
It was a rivalry. How about that? I don't pay attention to
that's all right. That's all right.
Bad ball.
They call it the Horizon rivalry because it's just all you see out there. It's just flat land for as long as you can stare. Iowa State, Kansas State. But yeah, we have this week. It's horns down. And I don't care that Texas fans don't like it. I hope you don't like it. We'll do it all week long. Horns down here, of course, on T-Bone and Tyvis. We come back. Tyvis looked at the tape. He's got thoughts on Arch Manning and the wide receivers for Texas. You will hear those thoughts next. 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing more traffic for folks over on the west side, especially if you're heading into the city. A traffic cam here, 70 just east of Wilson Road, looking a little bit busier than usual for a Monday morning commute, especially just past this area. We are still noticing lane restrictions. That's 670 eastbound between 70 at Grandview Avenue, right below Grandview Heights here, reduced to 2 lanes. It all kicked off August 12th. It is a 12-day project, though, so if everything goes well, it should be wrapping up by next Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. And we have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Colin
Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Of course, you know we've got tons of action coming up all weekend long right here on The Fan with the game, of course, between Ohio State and Texas. Not the game, but the big game to start the season off. Friday, going to be out at the O on Lane, I believe, right? Like, not us.
Yeah, not us.
But every other show after us, pretty much. Bishop and Friends, Rothman and Ice, even Common Man and Timmy, all going to be out there. So you can stop by. Find out all the details, 971thefan.com. Why isn't our show out there?
Because it starts at 9.
Yeah, the event starts at 9. We don't start at 6. I mean, you could.
Well, you could.
If you ask people to come out and drink at 6 o'clock in the morning, they will.
But it's on a Friday.
That's
Tyvis.
Take the day off.
Hang on. It's the Friday before Labor Day.
Ain't nobody
it's the
taking
Friday
off.
before. Yes, they are.
They're not taking off.
Yes.
What do you think
Tyvis,
the
have you
people
met
that are
people?
going there at 9 and noon and 3 o'clock are going to do?
No. Because why would you take off Friday when you get Monday off?
Because you take off one day and you get 4 days off.
It's called a 4-day weekend.
You know what? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't believe in those type of things. I work through the holidays.
Don't let him fool you, because all it's been the last 2 weeks is like, man, this is the last week where I'm not going to be super busy. I got so much going on over
7
the next
days a week.
Yeah. Well, who signed up for that?
This is it.
You signed up for it.
This Sunday is my last off day.
I know.
And I don't. Once Monday hit next week, it's 7 days for.
But what I'm
for the
saying
rest
is,
of the time.
you're not running in here like, yes, I get to work 7 days a week now. I'm so excited. You're like, wow, I signed up for a lot of stuff.
It is football. I mean, you know.
I know, but I'm saying you too will be craving a day off here sooner than later. And when you do,
we'll see.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go as long as I can go.
I'm just gonna say you're welcome to take a day off whenever you need. We love you, buddy. You need to take care of yourself.
Well, it won't be a Monday or a Friday because that's not allowed.
Well, I know we're not allowed to. That's not happening. All right, so you looked at the tape. Let's get into it. Arch Manning, quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, their wide receivers. Let's discuss. How do we think this? First off, what do they look like, and then how do you think this Buckeye defense matches up?
So they're running a spread offense. They're really heavy on the RPOs. RPO stands for run pass option. What that means is they're going to have the running back in the backfield, and they're going to have the option to either hand the ball off, or Arch Manning, if he sees something, he can pull the ball out, and they're going to run. The receivers are going to run routes behind it. Typically, what they like to do is they like to run the ball towards a linebacker. And if that linebacker decides to step up, then he pulls it and throws a slant behind that linebacker for an easy completion. You know, those are one of the things that I found, even when I played, was very difficult because it puts your linebackers in a bind. So our defensive line is going to have to play exceptional in this game, because if the D-line is playing exceptional, then that means that the linebackers can get that one extra second before they have to go down there. That D-line is clogging gaps. Then there's no place for the running back to go, and he can flush it outside, and those linebackers can get that. So that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to watch in this game, is how that defensive line plays against those RPOs. But when you talk about Arch Manning, when I watched the tape, he started 3 games last season, and in those 3 games, he was very good. Now, he had a game where he threw 2 picks, but one of the picks wasn't his fault. One of them was a tipped off the Gunnar Helms' hand, and the corner or the safety ended up catching the pick. So really, I'm gonna realistically say he only threw 1 pick, but man, he has great pocket presence, man. He throws a really, really nice ball. I'm talking like a tight spiral. Has the ability to improvise, but he doesn't really. He likes to play on time. But he can improvise. Obviously, we've seen the 67-yard run he had in the one game. So that's going to be a problem. If you may have to cover for a little bit longer than you anticipate that you have to, because he has the ability to avoid sacks. Very quick release. There's no patting of the ball. So there is no tell that he's about to throw the ball. Some quarterbacks, like a Shedeur Sanders, you could tell when he's throwing it because he pats the ball, then he throws it. With Arch Manning, there is none of that. His hand comes off the ball and the ball is gone. So you have to be able to really kind of jump his routes. If you're just looking at him, you won't really know when to break. So you just got to kind of look at the routes and be able to jump it that way. But he did make a bad decision. One of his picks that he threw, they ran like a boot. He was under duress, made the first guy miss, tried to throw it before the second guy hit him, and he threw it right into like three people's like triple coverage. So he has that ability to do that under pressure. I think if the Buckeyes want to affect him and rattle him, you're going to have to send some pressure at him. When you look at these wide receivers, I looked at the ones that are projected to be the starting 3 wide receivers. So the first guy I looked at was DeAndre Moore, number 0. Now, DeAndre Moore he's shifty. He's a slot receiver. He's 6'1", $192, but he's quick. I can see it. He can run every route. His best routes that I've seen on tape is he runs that slot fade, and they threw him a really good ball on that slot fade, but he also runs that slant really well because he has the speed. He had 104 yards and 2 touchdowns and averaged 26 yards per catch with Arch against Mississippi State. So he is the big explosive guy that you're going to look for. When I look at our corners, the guy that I would put on him is probably Jermaine Matthews. I know Jermaine Matthews plays outside, but they've shown in the spring that he will go inside and play nickel, and I think that's the best spot for him because there's more guys going to be one of the best receivers that they have. Next guy was Ryan Wingo. He's number 1. This guy is a big possession receiver. He's a physical player. He's 6'2", 214 pounds. If you see him, he's built like a linebacker. Has some good speed. I know against the team up north last year, he had a 75-yard end around that he took to the house. He runs all inward breaking routes. So you get your slants, your digs, your posts. If you're going up against him, think of something inward breaking and be able to jump those routes. The person that I think will play the best on him is Davison Igbenogson. The reason I would put IGB on him is because he's such a physical guy, and IGB is a physical guy. So what's going to happen is that referee is going to look at that matchup and say, well, both of these guys is using their hands a lot, so he's going to let it go. He ain't going to call it because he's like, you pushing and pulling, he pushing and pulling, I'm going to just let y'all do y'all thing. But if it was somebody else, then it probably would lead to penalties. So I would think IGB would be the best matchup for him. And then the last guy is this Emmett Mosley guy. He's a transfer from Stanford. He's definitely the weakest link. He is definitely the weakest link out of the bunch. He is a now guy, meaning as soon as they snap the ball, they throw him the ball right now. He does that. He catches screens, jail breaks. Does a really good job of catching the ball and keeping his feet in bounds, when they're throwing out of bounds. But he's a guy that I'm not necessarily worried about at all. So I think that whoever that third corner is, whether that's Aaron Scott, Devin Sanchez, I think they could do some really good work against him because he's not a guy to fear. But those other 2 guys, really good players.
How do you think Matt Patricia defensively, I don't know what we're going to find out kind of what he likes to do, right? But we're talking about matchups and things like that. There are times we see it in the NFL. We see it in college too, where someone will determine, defensive coaches will say, this guy is following that guy all game long.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where it's like, we don't really care where they line up. We've got the dudes. We're not too worried about it. Or it might be, hey, they're lined up here, but this is who's actually going to take the coverage once the route forms, all that stuff. What do you think Matt Patricia's approach is based on what we've seen of him? What's the likelihood that he's going to be, traveling a guy to follow a dude around? Do you think that's something that he's
I think it depends on, so how that works is it depends on who your best corner is, okay? Now, you have to find out if your best corner is good on both sides because some players just prefer a side. Like Sherm, he preferred the left side. Could he play the right side? Absolutely. Like if somebody was doing that well and we were struggling, they would say, Sherm, go get him. So Sherm would then travel. I think
Richard Sherman obviously could. But if you're a good enough player too where it's like, but I want to play over here.
Yeah, if they believe that the other guy is good, everybody can just play their side. You know, because that's the thing. When you play corner, some people are good at only on one side. That's why they don't move. So with this game right here, if DeAndre Moore, well, not DeAndre because he's going to play the slot. If this Ryan Ringo guy starts becoming an issue on the opposite side, like if they go nickel and it's Aaron Scott or Devin Sanchez and he becomes an issue then that's when Matt Patricia will make the adjustment like, all right, IGB, you got to check him wherever he goes. And that's how that pretty much gets determined.
All right. Yeah, I'm curious about it because I don't have this level of understanding of football.
They usually trust their guys, but if it becomes a problem, like where he can't stick with them, all right, you got to go check him.
Well, and
then what we'll do is we'll roll coverage to that other side. So if they decide like, no, you know what we're going to do is we're going to play cover 2 to your side. That's like the smoke break for corners. Like if I'm playing cover 2, that means that all I have to do is stop the underneath stuff. Like I don't have to worry about anything else. So, like, that's a relief. Like, I got help to my side. It's a safety over the top.
Did you say the smoke break?
Smoke break. That's what we call it.
You get to, like, a smoker goes out and takes his 15-minute break.
Yeah, like, because what you got to understand is defensive coordinator's favorite thing to do is to play man.
Yeah.
And when you play 70 snaps of man, it is very exhausting.
Oh,
like,
sure,
you are running through screens, through all this stuff. It's very exhausting. So when you hear that cover 2, it's like, all I got to do is reroute this dude and then sink. Like it's an unbelievable feeling.
Oh, I bet it is. Especially when you played, it was Urban Meyer, 4 to 6 seconds of relentless effort.
Yeah, we did. It wasn't too many smoke breaks when in that defense. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Yeah, you had Chris Ash. He was not exactly. He didn't seem like he was too gentle with everybody. He wanted everybody to work as hard as they could, which makes sense. All right, so there's plenty to get to with this week. We'll be breaking down some of this stuff all throughout the week. So, of course, every day here on the show. If you miss this, if you hear it today, but you're like, tomorrow, I'm not going to be listening or whatever, download the podcast. You'll get it right there. Wherever your device is, it'll come right to it. It'll be free. It's awesome. Next up, Overachiever of the Week. We had someone in football who did something pretty spectacular we'll talk about next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. Well, if you're coming in over on the west side and heading into the city this morning, be aware of some major backups for folks taking 70 eastbound, again, heading into the city. That's because of some backups because of some lane restrictions on 670 eastbound. That's between 70 at Grandview Avenue, just south of Grandview Heights. It has been reduced to 2 lanes. It all kicked off August 12th as well. It is a 12-day project, so it should be lasting till about next Monday, but boy, oh boy, is it causing a lot of backups for your Monday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance, with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. GLakesHyundaiofDublin.com. With Proof Credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year. In 92.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Dormar, your pilot hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Save big money on your post-frame building at Menards. For over 65 years, Menards has been the destination for post-frame buildings. Whether it's for protecting equipment or you just need a place to keep your toys, Menards has the building that's right for you. Get a free estimate fast, in-store or on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HR-V two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com. All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey, Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from refilings.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Shout out to Turkey Base, Chris G, and Topanga's top third, who's going to Dylan right now in the YouTube chat. You can hop in the YouTube chat, too. Just go to 971 The Fan. On YouTube,
Dylan,
then click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there in the discussion.
You wasn't feeling the Shedeur and Angel Reese comparison?
I've seen it, and I don't like it because you could say whatever you want about Angel Reese. She leads the WA and WNBA in rebounds and double-doubles and is an all-star. Shedeur Sanders is a fourth-string fourth-string quarterback.
Easy.
I don't think that the comparisons are valid. Like, I understand that they're trying to compare the fan bases, but Angel Reese actually has some game where Shedeur has not shown that yet on the NFL level.
Well,
that's my point.
He did against Carolina.
Stop it.
See, this is maybe you know what?
This is exactly.
This is frustrating. This can be a frustrating discussion.
Who did?
And you know what? Sometimes you have a frustrating discussion, maybe with your partner, maybe with someone you care about, where you say, I just don't feel like myself. And they say, yeah, I noticed. In the bedroom specifically, I noticed. There's some issues there. Maybe you're feeling sluggish and tired. You know who can help you with that? My friends at Columbus Men's Clinic. Their medical providers build a plan around you, your body, your goals, what it takes to get you back to feeling like yourself again, whether that's testosterone treatments, ED treatments, stuff most guys don't even know exists. You can go in there and talk to them about whatever you've got going on. They will help you find a plan that's right for you and your budget at Columbus Men's Clinic. I went in there and talked to their medical professionals, had a great conversation, learned about some stuff I need to take care of. They're helping me out with that. They can help you out too. 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Again, that number, 614-300-7400. Your consultation, including blood work, just $99. And they'll find a plan, like I said, to work with your budget. columbusmensclinic.com, or again, that phone number, 614-300-7400. Give them a call today. Dylan has been waiting for this moment all morning long.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
All right, Dylan. This involves a game you were watching because you are a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
You were watching Hawaii and Stanford.
Yes,
and at the end of that game, it wasn't just anything that happened. It was a couple field goals to seal it up. And that's your overachiever, right?
Yes. My guy who helped me cash my bet, Kansei Matsuzawa from Japan. Tyvis, you're going to love this story. 5 years ago, he moved to the United States at 21 years old, and he said, that football stuff, that looks cool. I'm going to learn how to kick. I'm going to go to YouTube University and figure it out. He taught himself how to kick by watching YouTube videos as a 21-year-old. Then he went to Hocking College right here in the Buckeye State, honed his craft before transferring to Hawaii last year. This is now his second season as a kicker, and on national TV on Saturday, like we mentioned, week 0, he hit 3 field goals, including the game winner with time expiring against Stanford. My guy.
Love that.
Kansei Matsuzawa.
I love that. The fact that you, one, go to another country where the sport is totally unfamiliar to you, fell in love with it. By the way, Hocking College, I didn't even know had a football team.
I didn't either.
But shout out to Hocking College, the pride of Nelsonville, Ohio.
He's now put the Hocking College football team on the map.
You know what's crazy?
The Fighting Tuas, I believe, is the Hocking Tuas. Is that right? No? I'm not sure. I think that's wrong. Anyway, I saw their endowment. Their endowment is 4.8. Listen, this is for the entire college. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm trying to show you the levels to college sports. Hocking College's endowment, meaning all the money that they have in reserve in case they need it to fund their university, is $4.8 million. There are plenty of schools out there that have billion-dollar endowments. They're talking $4.8 million. There might be a guy on Ohio State's football team that has a larger endowment for themselves than Hocking College does. I'm saying that's the level of college football we're talking about. He went from that to now playing at Hawaii, which I grant you is not the biggest school in the world, but
I would say that
he's on national TV kicking field goals. Let him live.
These kickers have the weirdest backgrounds. Like, it's getting weirder and weirder. Like Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys, the kicker for the Cowboys. He had never kicked in the NFL, like kicked footballs. He was a soccer player. And they said like his wife, he was at home sitting there watching football, and his wife said, "You ever tried kicking the football?" He said no, and he tried it, and here he is just banging 64-yard field goals now. And now you telling me this guy never played football, taught himself how to kick, and now he's banging field goals for Hawaii. Like, it's just crazy where kickers come from.
One, because it's the simplest job in the world in a way, right? It's like, do you need to know a single play? Do you need to know any of the schematics of football to do? No.
I wonder how much they do know.
Right. They may be very
involved. Say that. I actually want to know. Like, I should have asked my kicker, what you know about defense?
Well, what would be smart, right? Like, you look at Pat McAfee was a kicker, but it sounds like he understands football. You know what I mean? Whether or not he does is maybe that's part of his allure, right? But he acts like he understands a little bit more of the game than just kicking. But if I was a kicker, I respect the kickers who have all that access to the weight room. They have all that access to the film room, and they decide, screw that, I don't care. I'm going to be as fat as I want to be. I'm going to go out and kick field goals, and I don't care. I don't need any of that because I'm not here to play football. I'm just here to kick. But yeah, soccer players, that's a thing. I contend that most like goalies in soccer would probably be able to bang in 50-yarders if you gave them an off season to train for it, because they kick a ball off the ground.
I would love.
And they kick that ball 60, 70 yards in the air easily. And they pick out targets and ping guys on the head. Like, they know what they're doing.
Like, to be honest with you, if Messi wanted to.
Oh, he could be absolutely.
He could just say, you know what, I'm done playing soccer. And
he could rip field goals.
And just rip field goals.
Could you imagine Lionel Messi? No. But like, he goes the career path of like this dude from Hawaii, where he does have to like
teach himself.
Hey, I'm sorry, you're the greatest soccer player of all time, but you got to go earn it in college, where he has eligibility.
Let me ask you this.
He's like 38 years old, but they're like, yeah, I'm walking on at Hofstra or something.
If you were Ohio State and Messi said he wanted to be your kicker,
in a second,
you give him a scholarship.
Absolutely.
Even if you've never seen him kick,
dude. We need this because no.
I don't know. You know how important that job is. I tell you what, like Dustin Hopkins.
Do you know how important his job is?
Yeah,
he's the greatest soccer player in the history of the world. Yeah, I think he can handle the SEC. Like some fat Tennessee like players out there with no shirts on.
He's never done it before. We don't know.
He'll be fine.
It's different. It's different.
No, it's not.
It's different. It's a different kind of pressure.
You don't think there's pressure when he steps up in the World Cup and there's penalty kicks and he's got to bury a penalty kick to win the world? You don't think that's pressure?
That is a lot of pressure.
This man's been there, done that.
Tyvis.
He don't have 250-pound men coming after him trying to block his kick.
He's got more than that. He's got guys trying to take his legs out. They dive at his ankles.
I'd love to see it, actually. I love to see him kick a field goal.
The pressure of playing on a stage like the World Cup is bigger everywhere else but in this country than an Ohio State football game.
Yeah.
I'd hate to break it to you.
I'm not worried about the pressure.
No, you just asked.
Can he do it?
Yes.
Can he make the field goal?
Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm talking about. Forget the pressure. I'm not talking about that. Can he consistently make the field
the
goal?
honest to God challenge for soccer players?
He will get fired if he misses one. They screaming for D-Hop to get fired in Cleveland. What are you talking about?
What soccer fans will do to him? If he misses a kick, they're you don't want to know. The pressure everywhere else is far greater. This is what I always try to tell sports fans who are like, that guy's pretty big, but I don't know if he's as big as Tom Brady. Around the world, Tom Brady is a who? What? Huh? Here he's known. Outside of here, unknown. No one knows this guy. Compared to Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo are known here and everywhere else in the world.
He ain't never even had a video where he tried to kick a field goal.
He doesn't. Do you understand?
I just want to see it, though. I feel like all soccer players at least try it.
You know what that would be like? That would be like going up to Michael Jordan and be like, yeah, but you never played pickleball. It's yeah, he doesn't have to.
He tried.
No, to him, that's beneath him. Why would he even need to try?
That's not even a fair comparison.
MJ would try it and gamble on it. Okay.
Yeah, you got a point there.
That's exactly right. All right. The situation with Micah Parsons and the Cowboys continues to be weird and bad, and the vibes are all off. And next, we have someone who's going to save all of this. I don't think he is, but he thinks he is in his own mind. He's going to fix the situation. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, I wanted to let you know about another ramp closure happening just north of the airport. Hamilton Road, that northbound ramp to 270 northbound will be closed Sunday through Friday. So it is closed right now. Will be lasting till about Friday, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. So do note this detour past that ramp over to Hamilton Road. Take that northbound to Granville Streets, then head west on that way. That will take you to 62 and eventually on 270 that northbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com. Did you know Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations right here by the airport. At Byers, we treat every customer like part of the team because that's what keeps us in the game season after season. From tailgates to road trips, we've got the perfect Subaru to get you there. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com or visit us by the airport. Byers Auto, driving the next generation of buyers.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The kitchen drain has had enough. The toilet's called it quits. Drains are clogged throughout the house. I'm gonna throw a fit.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free.
Guaranteed. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I ordered the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Browns took on the Los Angeles Rams in the final matchup of the preseason. The Browns treated this as a dress rehearsal for the regular season, playing many of their starters, including quarterback Joe Flacco. Flacco went 9 of 10 for 71 yards and a touchdown in 3 series, but the story of the day were the rookies, as Dylan Gabriel shined, going 12 of 19 for 129 yards and a touchdown, while Shedeur Sanders struggled, going 3 for 6 with only 15 yards and getting sacked 5 times. The Browns' Week 1 opponent, the Cincinnati Bengals, took a different approach. They sat their starters, including Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, in a 41-14 loss to the Colts. And on the diamond yesterday, the Cincinnati Reds won 6-1 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, while the Cleveland Guardians lost 5-0 to the Texas Rangers. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tell you what, my Mets keep trying to let the Reds hang around in this wild card battle. What are they, 1.5 back?
Yes.
Mets can't seem to get clear of them.
So it's crazy because I don't even look no more.
Well, Guardians are
dead in the water.
They gave you that hope when they had the weak part of their schedule where you thought maybe they were making that run, and then no, it's all
they exactly who I thought they were.
The Yankees have been trying to let the Guardians back in the race too. The Yankees stink so bad.
Yeah,
they still in the wild card.
They were getting booed at their own home stadium on Saturday.
They still in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but they're the Yankees.
Yeah, but
the fact that they're struggling to make one of 3 wild card spots.
Yeah, Aaron Boone is a dead man.
Disrespectful. He's actually probably not, though, but we don't need to get into that.
It's all.
The standards are so low in New York now.
Here's the dumb thing. We have 2 guys on this show who both have ties to the New York area, in Dylan and myself, who both root for New York baseball teams. And I feel like if you're a fan of not New York baseball teams, you think, oh, I hate the Yankees or I hate the Mets. I promise you don't hate those teams as much as Dylan and I hate them. Like, we hate our own teams and each other's teams more than you could ever know. And that's the reality of it.
I don't hate none of my teams.
That's because you're a positive, well-adjusted person, Tyvis. Unlike Dylan and I, who are psychos.
I can understand the logic behind some of the stuff that happens. Particularly with the Browns.
No, but
I can understand the logic.
All right, but let's say you're a Cowboys fan, right? We got the situation with Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, if you didn't see all this.
He's getting paid. That's inevitable.
Okay, but you could understand how a Cowboys fan would hate their team, despite the fact that they want to see their team win, which Dylan and I want to see our baseball teams win. You want to see all your favorite teams win. There are Cowboys fans who right now are like, yes, but I hate the way Jerry Jones has run this organization. I don't have any faith in him to make the good decisions. You see this Micah Parsons thing where, so they had their preseason game over the weekend. He was a photo, video of him laying on the trainer's table, not wearing his jersey, wearing just like a Cowboys sweatshirt, which, by the way, he wasn't wearing like an Eagles sweatshirt last night. He's still wearing like team gear. He just didn't have his jersey visible to you, whatever. Anyway, they said that looked like he was taking a cat nap. Reporters afterwards said, hey, for what it's worth, he wasn't laying there the whole game. He briefly laid down and then got back up, but the picture makes it look like he was laying there the whole time. But now Brian Schottenheimer, the new head coach, who's stupid, I don't think he's going to be very good, but whatever. Brian Schottenheimer said he will talk with Micah Parsons about it. He said, I'm aware of the situation, haven't had a chance to talk with him. This was on Saturday, he said this. He said, I'm going to talk with him tomorrow, Sunday. We will handle it internally. Yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to walk up to him and be like, hey, man, if you don't get your act together, we may not pay you or we may cut you. Or like, what are you talking about? Like, Micah Parsons can do what he wants because he knows he's just waiting on Jerry Jones to figure it out and decide, I'm going to overpay this guy, because that's what Jerry Jones always does. He drags his feet and then pays more late. But good. Brian Schottenheimer's going to fix everything with the Cowboys.
When was the last time that they had somebody in the contract dispute and they traded him?
That's a great question. I don't know of one off the top of my head.
Me either. So that's why I'm like, I don't know why we playing this song and dance. Like, I get it. Jerry Jones has come out and said he loves being in the national media and all of those things, and it's about money for him and all of those things. He's winning that battle. But at the end of the day, when they kick the ball off against whoever they're playing in week 1, I fully expect, there was never been a time where I didn't think Micah Parsons would be playing, Thursday against Philadelphia to start the season off. I just don't see him not being there.
No, I would be shocked as well, right?
Like, I mean, that's as a matter of fact, and probably by tomorrow, it'll say, no, it need to be today. It need to be today that they.
Well, no, because they don't play till next week, so you still got time, yeah.
By next Monday, they should have something done.
Yeah, the timeline has all been on Jerry Jones's benefit, right? So they had this whole blow up earlier on in the season. Then it kind of calmed down a couple weeks ago. Why? I believe because the Netflix documentary came out with the Cowboys and Jerry wanted all the attention on that. Now everybody's gotten to go watch that. And suddenly now we're back into what are they going to do about Micah Parsons? And then he'll get him signed and get it all done.
They'll play it up for a week. They'll get through this week with it. And then Monday. Yeah.
Now, what does that do for the actual organization trying to be ready for the season with this massive distraction going on? I don't know. I do think Jerry Jones doesn't care about any of that. He cares about himself pretty much. And keeping the Cowboys in the limelight is what he cares about the most, which you don't have to do anything for that to happen. Have you watched ESPN? That's all they're going to talk about anyway. You could have literally everything going flawlessly for you, and they'd be talking about how you're Super Bowl favorites. Like, it doesn't matter. ESPN will always find a way to talk about the Cowboys.
Well, the people that's concerned, like, well, he didn't play in the preseason. He wasn't going to play in the preseason whether he had a $100 million contract or not. So it doesn't matter to me. I think he'll be ready for week 1 against the Eagles. I just don't. They're not going to trade him because why would you?
But if he gets hurt early in the season, what's the narrative going to be? Oh, he got hurt because he didn't play in the preseason. That's exactly what people are going to be saying. He wasn't ready to play because he didn't play in the preseason.
Whether that's fair or not, you're exactly right. That will happen.
No, they'll just say, well, Jerry Jones is right. Just because we pay him don't mean we're going to have him.
By the way, 8:30, we're going to talk to our guy, Joshua Perry. He will join us to talk all things Buckeyes, college football, get you ready for the season. So we've got that coming up in a few minutes. I was wondering, Tyvis, did you get a chance to watch, either you or Dylan, any of this Cowboys documentary on Netflix? Did you guys check into it?
I forgot all about it.
Okay. So I watched a couple of episodes, and I'm going to give them credit because when we were talking about the Michael Irvin scissor stabbing incident at the barbershop, they literally have that in the intro, which I was surprised. I didn't know they would throw that some of the news reports from that time, they put that in the intro. So good for them for like not shying away from things. But I got to tell you, Krispy Kreme does not glaze their donuts as well as this documentary glazed up Jerry Jones. Like if you think Jerry Jones is a bad owner, you would watch this documentary, at least the first couple episodes, and think he may be the greatest owner in the history of sports. And I now maybe when they get to the back half of it, they really go in on him. But I've seen clips of Tony Romo out there saying things like, how is this Jerry's fault? We had moments where we could have won if we would have just converted this fourth down, or if we would have kicked this field goal, if I wouldn't have muffed that, that little snap there, maybe we could have won. We were all in position to win, and how is that Jerry's fault? And it's like, because that doesn't happen enough that your team is in position to win. That's why.
So was it better than The Last Dance?
Not yet. I haven't watched. I mean, the other thing too is,
what is it? 9 parts?
8, I think.
What are you on?
Like 2.
Oh,
so I mean, I've watched, but I've already got my fill of like how great Jerry Jones is. Even though, like, Jimmy Johnson is the reason that team won Super Bowls in the past.
Yeah.
And then since he left, they've done nothing because Jerry can't keep his ego out of it. So
everybody want to be in the spotlight, man. We won because of me. That's because I
That's
did
literally
this.
with Jerry Jones what it is. Jerry Jones wants everyone to think it's because of him. And I'd rather win.
You know what the crazy thing is? They could go win 10 Super Bowls and nobody will say it's because of him.
No. Well, because there's been too much of a track record.
No, because he's not the one out there playing. That's why.
Well, there's that too.
When it comes to glazing, which one is more egregious, The Last Dance or this Cowboys one?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't watched this whole thing, right? But at least in the first couple episodes, it is like it's not even what they say, it's the way they film it, where they show Jerry Jones, he always looks epic. He's always like the gunslinger from Arkansas who took all the risks and bought all the oil fields, and like even that part of his history where he acknowledges he was in millions of dollars in debt, and if he didn't hit oil, he would have been bankrupt and everything would have gone under. He got lucky. He hit oil, he took a gamble, and then now he owns the Cowboys. And then that's become where his largesse, all of his family fortune, everything comes from that massive gamble. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to make that sound like he's a brilliant businessman, awesome. If you want to acknowledge that there were a lot of people in West Texas doing stuff like that, and some of them went broke, and one of them became Jerry Jones, I think that would be more reasonable. But whatever. This is how they want to present it. So Jerry Jones, I'm sure, got to sign off on everything. Anyway, his team is dumb. He's dumb. And I hate him. But he's good for content. He's good for content. I'll give you that.
Tyvis, did you ever have any interaction with Jerry with your short time in Dallas?
They had
Jerry got you that paycheck, right? He
gave me that paycheck, but I think I met him once or maybe twice because he would be in the facility, but it was like a dinner or luncheon thing at the stadium that we all had to go to, and he was there at that. And we talked for a little bit. But
was he nice to you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he didn't know me because of who am I? But yeah,
I mean, who are you? You're the guy who helped win a national championship for Ohio State. That should matter to Mr. Football. He should care about that stuff. The Bengals have embarrassed themselves again. Talk about embarrassing organizations. We'll discuss them next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Monday. Well, we are noticing a disabled vehicle right now for folks over in our southeast corner. 270 southbound, just past 33 eastbound. A right lane is currently blocked out there, causing a little bit of some backups this morning. Again, 270 in that southbound direction, but nothing too concerning for your Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on moneyline, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with 0 experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary. Rothman and Ice.
It's more evidence that you need to subscribe to the rule Bobby and I subscribe to.
What's that?
If you can't get a yard, you don't deserve to win.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Heading back to school, we are stronger together. Educators and parents on a mission to make sure our public school students have what they need to succeed. We are excited together, ready to make this the best school year yet. We are better together. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing, asking you to stand with OEA for the great public schools Ohio students deserve. We are stronger together this school year because public education matters.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you pick match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports skidball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A chilly start. You might even need a light jacket with wake-up temperatures in the mid to low 50s. But this afternoon, feeling a lot more like fall. Daytime highs will be in the mid to low 70s with plenty of sunshine. For tonight, even colder. Overnight lows down into the upper 40s in some spots to the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome back to T-Bone and Tyvis. And before we get into this next segment, I have to tell you about my guys over at Caps, because as a former pro athlete, confidence has always been key for me on and off the field. That's why I chose Caps for my NeoGraft treatment. They've got a great reputation, and after doing my research, I knew I could trust the team right here in town. The staff was professional. They answered every question and made the whole process smooth and stress-free. This wasn't about just hair. It was about investing in myself. The results are natural. It fit my busy schedule, and I already feel more confident. That's why I don't wear hats anymore. Guys don't talk about this enough, but we should. Caps made it easy, judgment-free, and honestly, it has been one of the best decisions outside of marrying my wife that I've made. Visit Caps today at experiencecaps.com.
6:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. Guess what happens on this radio station?
6 in pregame show.
Pregame for the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Buckeyes in Texas at noon.
Matty Ice, DeVere, and Dane.
I believe DeVere and Dane, yeah, all three out there live on campus. And then obviously you have the other pregame show that we do right after that.
6:30?
I think it's at 6:30. Isn't it 5.5 hours before kickoff, I want to say? Yeah. I believe that's right.
I remember.
Maybe it's 6.
I remember
Either way,
them days.
the point is by 6:30, it's happening. And what I know is it is time for Buckeye football. So all this week, we got plenty of discussion about the Buckeyes. If you missed it earlier, just about an hour ago, Tyvis went through and broke down all the quarterback, wide receiver stuff between, Texas quarterback, wide receivers, and Ohio State's defensive backs, how we're going to defend them, all that and more. So if you missed that, go check out the podcast. Wherever you get podcast, just find it on that device. Just search for T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll have it right there. The Bengals embarrassing themselves. I saw this story about Boomer Esiason. Did you catch any wind of this, Tyvis?
I did not.
So Boomer is on the radio, WFAN, Boomer and Geo. He hosts a show. It's on, I think, CBS Sports, somewhere else. They broadcast it on TV, but he is on WFAN, the biggest sports station in the country, or one of. It's the biggest one in New York. So he was talking about how he got an email from the Bengals because they are doing their Ring of Honor ceremony in October. They will be inducting 2 guys into that, both former offensive lineman Dave Lapham, who's been on the broadcast for years, and cornerback Lamar Parrish. They're going to be part of the class of 2025. Now, I believe the current Ring of Honor has about 8 members in it for the Bengals. Boomer is one of those 8. So he got an email from the Bengals front office that said, we'd love to have you. Here's the game. I think it's when they play the Jets. So this will be nice. You can come out. We want you to be a part of it on the field. You get 2 complimentary tickets for you and a guest.
Okay.
And if you'd like to get a hotel, we have reserved a block of rooms at the Renaissance in downtown Cincinnati, and you can use discount code blank to get a little bit off the room. Hope to see you there. And he, of course, looks at this and goes, wait a second.
You invited me to
You invited me. I have to pay for the room like it's a wedding.
Yes.
There's no flight included in this either. I mean, what are we doing? Yeah, the Bengals, obviously, I understand they pay their wide receivers and quarterback very well.
It's a poverty franchise.
This is the thing I don't get about the ownership group there, Mike Brown and everybody else that own this team. You have the means to do something simple like that. You had the means for years to have an indoor practice facility. They finally put a bubble up over their outdoor practice facility so they could be the only franchise north of the Mason-Dixon line that didn't have an indoor facility until a few years ago. These are simple things you could do that would not make you look like a cheap franchise. You obviously will pay a lot of your players some decent money. You've started doing that. But things like this reinforce the idea that the Bengals are cheap, fair or not.
They are. They are cheap. They need to embrace their cheapness and stop trying to act like they ain't.
Oh,
like
they do, clearly.
It is what it is. We ain't got it. Or we penny pinching.
They literally were talking about this. Boomer said on his show that he could just fly out with the Jets because they're going to the game. He obviously has connections with the Jets, too. He played there. Like, why don't you just hop a ride with the Jets? Maybe you stay at their team hotel. Like, this is so stupid. It's not like you're inviting you're not inviting every former player to come back for this. You're inviting the guys who are in the Ring of Honor. Presumably, you want as many of those guys to be there as possible. Wouldn't you just say, and by the way,
T-Bone,
room is paid for, however many tickets you need is covered, the flight is covered, we welcome you. How much would that cost them? Like $1,500, $1,000?
They ain't got it. You seen the economy?
It's sad. It's sad.
You seen the economy? They ain't got it. It's too expensive to live.
To play devil's advocate, you know who else can afford all this stuff? Boomer Esiason, who has as many jobs as Tyvis. Okay?
I understand that, but really? Also,
probably not.
But
he has a few.
He's been on because he's been on. Is he still on the CBS?
Yeah, he's on the
pregame show.
Yeah.
So I mean, he would have to take that off too if he was going to do this.
But, maybe he doesn't take PTO either.
It could be.
I'm just saying. Now let's see. Pay to go to watch somebody get in the Ring of Honor, or get paid to call football.
Here's the thing. There's two factors at play. One, Boomer Esiason, like we get paid nicely to be on the radio here, Boomer Esiason, I guarantee you, makes 10 times what we make being on in New York, if not more. He's been on there for 30 years, 20 years, however long he's been on in New York. He is doing more than well enough, you're right, to cover his own expenses. The thing with guys that are at that level, especially when you're talking about your former team, do you want to call and ask and say, hey, is there any chance you could just get me a room? And like the fact that you're being tasked with, if you want to show up to our event where we want you here, you have to book your room, you have to pay for it, but we will give you a little bit of a discount. That just looks cheap. And I could understand if players who are being asked to come in and be a part of this would say, yeah, the fact that this is all weird and gross to me, I don't want to bother. And that's not what the Bengals, I would think, want for their organization. Wouldn't you want the guys in your Ring of Honor to be the biggest advocates for your team, not publicly crapping on the fact that you sent them this form email with a discount code for a hotel room? It looks bad.
T-Bone, they don't have it.
They do have it. They're going to get taxpayer dollars to refurbish the stadium.
They gave it all to Joe, Jamar, and T. They don't have it.
Yes.
And you know who likes free stuff more than anybody? Rich people. I just watched a video about Kevin Durant getting excited about getting free food at the Olympics. He's like, let me get some ciabatta. I saw that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's the principle of the fact that, like, yes, Boomer has more than enough money to pay for this, but that's not how you treat your stars, the guys that you want to.
Listen.
You want to reinforce you're a top class organization. You don't want to look like you're just barely in the NFL.
If he wants to go to work instead of doing the Ring of Honor, I would 100% applaud it. Last year, the Buckeyes, when we did our 10-year anniversary for the Natty,
yeah,
where Urban and all of them, I said, yeah, I'm going to be in Nebraska.
You didn't go?
No, he didn't.
I'm going to be in Nebraska getting paid. Yeah, you think I'm going to come stay here and do this for free or go get paid?
Yeah, but
I'm going to go get paid every time.
Tyvis, but here's the thing.
It'll be on TV. I'll watch. You know what even saddest part is? I sent out the email and text message to everybody like, yeah, we need to be here. And they was like, you going to be there? No, I'm going to be in Nebraska. But you need to go.
That's terrible. You sent out the email telling everybody else to be there and you're not.
Telling all his teammates how he really feels about it.
I'm not the only one. Listen, Cardale wasn't there because he had to work for CBS. Josh Perry, who we about to talk to, he wasn't there. Like, I got to go to work. What you want me to do?
I get it. But also, I mean, do you think there will come a time where maybe you'll reflect on that and go, I kind of want to go back and be there and be around that stuff?
I lived it.
Wow.
I lived it. I see a lot of, I can see those guys. If they're local, I can see them at any time.
You know me. If there was any chance they were like, hey, T-Bone, we're going to fluff the ego. If you want to show up, I'd be like, tell me when and where. I will pay my own way. I want to be remembered. Absolutely. I don't have stuff like that happening to me.
In like 2064, you don't think you're going to want to go and, all you guys with your walkers go get honored on the field? You don't think that you're going to want to do that?
I'm not one of those type of people. Like, I did it, cool, yay, great, celebrated, but like as far as like bringing it back up, like I don't even talk about it.
What's wrong with that? It's 10 years. It's not like every day. I get it if every week they're like, and again, Tyvis, we want to honor you. It's like, it's 10 years. They're not going to do it for another 10 years. When it's 20 years old, they'll do it again.
Yeah, I'm cool. Even if I wasn't working, like even if I didn't have a job, I don't think I still would win.
See, as an elder millennial now, someone who's your senior, I will tell you, there's going to come a point in your life where you're going to appreciate those moments and say, yeah, by the way, hey, don't forget, because now it's still fresh for you. Everybody's going to remember Tyvis.
I'm too busy trying to create different moments.
That's good. That is good. But also, at some point when people are like, yeah, who's this Tyvis pal? I don't know. Is he like Hopalong Cassie? I don't know. It's just some guy I didn't watch.
They're going to say the radio guy.
No, they're not even going to think of. You're going to want them to remember the moments you had.
No, I'm not.
I would.
The radio
You're a better
guy.
man than me.
That was in my past life. I told you, I don't even know who that guy is anymore. That Tyvis Powell is gone. This is the new radio guy, Tyvis Powell.
So for like the 50-year anniversary, you're going to be like, I can't. I got to take Tyvis's flying car to the airport because I got work to do. That's what you're going to be doing.
50 anniversry. That means that would be 40. That's 40 years from now. I'll be 71 years old.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going. Ain't going.
Hey man, at some point they stop asking. I'm just letting you know. So if you stop going, they'll stop asking at some point.
The rest of the team will go for sure.
They'll stop asking.
I ain't going. I'm trying to be like Chris Gamble.
Well, apparently we're going to talk with a former Buckeye who also skipped that ceremony. He is NBC Sports' very own Joshua Perry joining us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, folks, it is still looking really slow for your Monday morning commute. If you're coming in over on the west side, taking 70 eastbound, east of Wilson Road, particularly looking pretty backed up, bumper to bumper out there. It is moving. No crashes in this area, but we do still have some lane restrictions on 670, that intersection of 70 on that eastbound direction. So that's what's causing just a lot of backups here all the way to that 270 and 70 intersection. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is 100% employee-owned now. It gives them a sense of pride.
It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Of course, you know this weekend we've got it all covered for you. All the angles, everything you want. Pregame, postgame, the game, all of it. Ohio State, Texas coming up on Saturday. Friday, we're going to be out at the O. Not us, but every other show here will be out there. The O on Lane, doing all that stuff. So, yeah, you can come out, say hi, pregame, postgame, everything, all here on The Fan. A guy who is obviously going to be involved in talking about this game a lot. Former Buckeye Joshua Perry, now with NBC Sports. Joshua, thanks for taking the time this morning, man.
I appreciate you guys having me. Excited that we've got some college football back. I don't know if you guys watched any Week 0. I certainly did. It was a nice little appetizer for what we've got coming this weekend.
Josh, you know, the Buckeyes it's a big week here in Columbus, Ohio, but before we get into that, I need to ask the most important question that you're going to get of the day. And first of all, congratulations on welcoming your baby girl. But my question is, when I was having a kid, you insisted that I name my daughter Joshuette. Did you take your own advice and name your new daughter Joshuette?
I did not. I was not allowed to, unfortunately. And we couldn't do Joshua Jr. with the little guy. So I've got James, and now we've got Charlotte. So really excited. You know, one of the crazy things is, like, there's never a great time to try to have a kid. And we were just hoping that we weren't going to be up against, like, week 1 and me getting on a plane to go to Connecticut. And then, like, all of a sudden Maddie's water breaks and, like, I'm in the middle of a flight and she can't call me. So super glad she's here right now. I forgot how crazy these nights are at the beginning. So I'm trying to work my way through that, but really fortunate.
Yeah, it's it's a big time going from 1 to 2. That can definitely. You guys are still on man-to-man though. You haven't gone to zone defense yet, which that's a whole other game changer. Once you get past 2, then it becomes a thing. But I know you're going to be busy this week. I know you got a lot to discuss. But let's start off with this OSU Texas game. I mean, it is all the hype is for this game. Everything is there. How real is the hype for Arch Manning? Like, how deserved do you think that hype is coming into this game?
I mean, I think it's oversold to a degree, but I still think that he's a a guy who's got potential to be a great player, right? Like everybody talks about the pedigree. I think it's there. He played last year when Quinn Ewers got hurt, and he certainly looked good in moments. Now, yes, question like, okay, what was that competition, and is that going to be something that he's just going to be able to go out there and do against a team like Ohio State? But he's somebody who's been patient. He's got the tools to be a really good player. I'm just not quite on the, Heisman hype train, like he's going to come in right away and be great. The other thing for Arch Manning right now is the Texas offensive line has had some turnover from last year, right? So, like, he's going to be a new quarterback playing behind an offensive line that isn't as veteran as some of the other position groups that they have out there. Going up against Ohio State's defense, it's going to be a really tough battle there. He's going to be a good player, for sure. But all of this, surefire Heisman, like he's going to be the number one overall pick, I got to wait and see on that.
Do you see a world where Julian Sang actually looks better than Arch Manning?
I could see that. I mean, Ohio State's playing at home. I think the comfort of being able to do that is huge. It's also the fact that you've got Jeremiah Smith, who might be the best offensive player in the country, probably is, and some other really good offensive weapons too. So it's not just Julian saying, is he better than Arch at this point? Don't know, but he might be the quarterback with the better situation in this game. So Julian, again, another one of those guys, like super toolsy. Everybody you talk to talks about his ability to throw it. Like he's a guy who thrives in the passing situations. We just have not seen a ton of it. So I'm excited to see what he looks like too. And it would not be shocking to me considering the fact that he's playing with the home crowd. He's got all of the weapons at his disposal. If Julian Sand looked like the better quarterback on Saturday.
Joshua Berry joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So we talked about some of the hype for this game. As a former player, I know Tyvis always enjoyed the hype for these games. How do you feel like going into a season where you've got a long journey ahead mentally as a player? Is it better to start off with a game like this where there's no excuse not to be locked in? Or would you rather have a few games to kind of, let's see what we have, let's try to get our bearings before you have one of these big tests?
I mean, I think the competitor in you always wants to have the test. You want to see what you've got, and you want to see, where you need to get better. And, Urban talked about his philosophy with scheduling. He's like, we'd like to have an easy game in the non-con, a kind of medium game, and we'd like to play a big game in the non-con. And, like some of the schedules that set up where you don't really play anybody until you get into conference play, it's difficult to see where you're at as a team. Like, okay, maybe we got to get better here, maybe we got to get better there, but you really don't know how you stack up against the top dog. So I think if you're a competitor, you really appreciate having a game like this early on. I do think it is a challenge considering Ohio State has so much turnover in terms of their roster. 14 guys that got drafted last year or whatever the number was, is just a lot of really good talent that led them to a championship. Oh, by the way, your offensive coordinator is out the door, so you're going to have a new play caller. Oh, by the way, your defensive coordinator is out the door, so you're going to have a new play caller. Like, it is going to be a challenge with all of the newness for these guys to have to play the number one team in the country week one. But you come to Ohio State to play that game in week one. You want to play that game in week 5. You want to play that game at the very end of the year. It doesn't matter. So I think they're up for the challenge. And for me, I would love to play in a game like this to start off the season.
Josh, I owe you an apology. Back about 10, 11 years ago, I yelled at you and the linebackers for the run fits in the Michigan State game. And now that I'm 31 years old, I realize that I was wrong because I understand that it's just more than just linebackers that is involved in the run fits. There's also linemen, defensive linemen as well. With that being said, when you look at this Ohio State defensive line, obviously there's a lot of turnover there. How confident are you? Will there be a time that Caleb Downs have to yell at the front seven about the run fits? Or do you think Matt Patricia and the rest of this defense will do a really good job of filling those gaps?
No, he'll probably have to yell at them at some point. It's not because those guys won't be good players. Like, that was always the issue with the guys that we had up front. Love them to death. they were great players. I played behind Joey Bosa, like, we'd be lined up on the same side of the field. Joey never was in the right gap because he always thought that he was going to make the play. So he's jumping in and out of gaps, and then as a linebacker, I've got to be able to cover for him. Well, you as a safety, you've got to know where you fit into the run game as well. And so it causes problems on all three levels for everybody. Now, this is where Caleb comes in. He's so smart. He is so intelligent. He knows everybody's job. He knows exactly the way the defense is supposed to be structured, where everybody's supposed to fit, where everybody's supposed to be to make a play. And so one guy gets out of a gap. I'm sure he's going to be down there and be like, dude, just stay in your damn gap and we can all make plays. So I'm excited to see what he looks like as a leader of this team, as a leader of the defense. But 100% he's going to go down there in the middle of a drive and start yelling at the guys up front for jumping in and out of gaps because he's such a smart player. He wants to know everybody's going to do their job.
Is there, I want to broaden out to like the bigger college football picture before we let you go. Is there a thought you have on college football prediction? It doesn't have to be about Ohio State, that maybe you've put out there that you feel like the rest of the college football world is not ready for? There's a hot take that you have about a team in college football. I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but do you have something like that where you think people aren't ready for this, but I'm going to say it?
Purdue Boilermakers.
There we go. Yeah, something like that.
Please, no. No, absolutely. Listen, Barry Odom, like him, great coach. They're a long way away. Here's my deal. Everybody's talking about these playoff formats. I know I did my soapbox the last time I spoke to you guys about it, but I think the auto bid thing is going to be interesting where that conversation goes, because I think this year might be the year where the Big 12 and the ACC only get their conference champion into the college football playoff. I think Clemson is going to look like some of those Clemson teams that we saw in the 2010s. Arizona State, right, like really good. Is it going to be Texas Tech? Don't know. It's going to be competitive, but I'm not sure anybody's going to have like that dominant season where it's clear cut, whatever, and then like the next team is going to be able to get in. I think we're going to have two leagues that get the single bid out of the Power Four plus the Group of Five, and the Big Ten and the SEC get the rest of the spots. That's my hot take for college football this year.
Love it. Can't wait to talk about this every week, Joshua. We appreciate you coming on. All right, man. We'll talk again next week.
All right, take care, guys.
There you go. Joshua Perry, former Buckeye, NBC Sports on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And I'm going to say the reason Ohio State won a national championship on that defense.
Good for him. I mean,
you and him both. A lot to do with it.
Before that, I was talking to Curtis about this. We didn't do anything as a defense. It was all Cardell and Zeke, the reason why we won it all.
Well, if you believe the message boards.
What everybody
and some
say.
of those people on Twitter. That's probably right. All right, crosstalk. We're going to talk, of course, with our guy Ryan Baker, and the buzzer is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A couple of traffic alerts for folks over on the east side. One, we are still noticing a disabled vehicle by Groveport, 270 southbound, just past 33 eastbound, where a right lane is still blocked this morning. We are also noticing a crash over in Gahanna right now. This is 270 southbound at 670 westbound. Two left lanes blocked out there. Crew members and first responders on scene this morning. Looks like a couple of cars are involved too. So I want to make sure if you're heading towards this area, the road is still open, just a little restricted this morning. Pack that patience. Be very cautious on the roads. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the things we constantly hear from customers, Wilson, it's impossible to pick a favorite. We've got 5 different window lines here at Pella for the $300,000 to the $3 million home.
Yep, impossible to pick a favorite. My parents would always say that.
Oh, Wilson, that's so sweet.
Yeah, other than I'm an only child.
Oh. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Now joining us is one of the hosts of Bishop and Friends, Ryan Baker. Live in studio. Bake, how was your weekend? I'm sure filled with high school football.
A lot of high school football. It was an adventurous Friday night, to say the least, at the start at least, because we had a power outage out at Ohio Dominican University. So everybody was calling and texting everybody, all kinds of contingency plans. Luckily, they got the power on about 6:40, and we didn't have to worry about any of the contingency plans. And everything went smoothly, but it was a nice start to the year for high school football here in Central Ohio.
Do you enjoy watching high school football more than any other one?
Well, the funny thing is I don't get to watch a lot of high school football, honestly, because I'm here in studio, so I don't get to watch a lot of it until the playoffs.
Chris Henry Jr., didn't they play at that time?
I think, didn't they play on Saturday?
Was it Saturday?
Yeah,
they were a couple games Saturday
during the day. And for some reason, usually we do put on the CW here in town. We'll have a game, but it was like NASCAR coverage this week or something.
Well, T-Bone was probably hyped for that.
You couldn't even watch it. And then I got to do one of my favorite things in the world. I'm very sarcastic when I say that. I got to watch the Cleveland Browns on Saturday.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
And listen, Tyvis,
don't do that.
I don't know how you do it. Like, you are the happiest, most positive guy in the world, but I don't know how you do it with the Cleveland Browns.
What do you mean?
Because they just think they're the smartest damn people in the room.
And they continue to prove that they are not. And I understand we talked about this out there this morning, and you gave me all these reasons why you would put Snoop Huntley in for that final 2-minute drive. And with all due respect, you were wrong.
Yeah.
And never should Snoop Huntley have been in that game at the end. I don't care how bad Shedeur played. Even if Shedeur was hurt, hey, Dylan, put the pads back on. You're going in because that is situational football.
He already executed his, though.
Okay, let's give him another one.
But what?
Yeah, because he's brand new.
You know how hard it is.
He is a rookie.
Listen.
I don't care. You prove it then.
Baker.
Difficult situations.
You don't understand. When somebody comes up to you and say, you done for the day, you start taking your tape off, you take your helmet off. If they came back up to you and said, you got to go back in the game. Now you
go back in and do it.
Because now
then you prove how good you are.
Your mind is just gone.
Shedeur didn't have his tape off. They could have easily said, go on back out there. They chose not to, though.
They chose not to because he got sacked 5 times and he's still recovering from an oblique injury.
He needs to learn.
Tyvis, you know I love you. The Hall of Famer, Joe Thomas, was on the broadcast literally saying, I don't need to see Snoop Huntley.
Yeah. Your 5th quarterback.
He's not going to be here. He wasn't there.
I understand that. But at the same breath, Shedeur was not playing well. Shedeur took 5 seconds. If Shedeur would have went out there and then got hurt in that 2-minute drill, then y'all would be crying, why did he have him in the meaningless preseason?
No, I wouldn't
yes,
because he's not playing this year.
Would have.
I would not have been crying.
Everybody would have been mad if he would have got hurt.
I've got 3 other quarterbacks on the roster that can go play this year.
Yeah. Oh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you confident in that?
What are they on the roster for then if they can't play?
Yeah, ultimately, I think where the Browns come down on this, you hit the nail on the head, is I have never met a group of people that are so convinced in their brilliance when they have no track record to speak of.
I feel like they think they're a Super Bowl contender this year, and I get every NFL team has to feel that way, but you have to be realistic. This is not a Super Bowl roster. This is at best like a 500 roster.
Well, what drove me crazy in the preseason was where you would have the Browns talking about like, we're not going to play any of our starters because, I mean, look, we already know who they're going to be. And it's like, yeah, they were a 3-win team last year. Everybody should be playing as often as possible to develop chemistry. I don't care that Joe Flacco's played 1 million preseason games. He's your starting quarterback. You picked that. I'm saying like the way sometimes the Browns kind of hold themselves like, well, we're not going to put our starters out there. Your starters are barely starters on a lot of other teams.
What's ridiculous?
So like that's the part I didn't get.
This would be a story for me if Snoop went out there and just like fell on his face. Like he literally won the game. Like I don't understand why this is a thing.
Congratulations. Here's a lollipop.
Because the Shedeur fans are like, that could have been Shedeur. Shedeur could have recovered and ran that 2-minute drill.
I don't even care about Shedeur fans
to earn that opportunity.
I get it, but it's not it's about developing your rookies, giving them situational
17 weeks to do that. Snoop has none.
Listen, I'm just going to go back to my original point, though. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you can slap a smile on and talk about this football team.
To be honest with you, what it is how you able to do this job with the Browns is that you can't live in the moment. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't just speak off of just living in the moment. Like, I look at the bigger picture the entire time.
Well, I feel like I'm not living in the moment here because I feel like that's developmental for one of these young guys. That's situational football.
You also got 17 weeks to do that.
What did Dick from Dayton say about it after the game?
Yeah, Dick from Dayton was fired up.
He called, but I don't remember what he said.
Don't worry.
You know, Dick from Dayton used to call me I had a pregame show that we did on Radio U here in town 20 years ago, and he used to call that show. Dick finds any and every pregame show and postgame show he can to call in on, so let him live. What else do you guys have coming up on the show today?
I'm sure I don't even know now. Hopefully Dick from Dayton's calling in.
That's great.
It is officially game week. We are 5 days away from Ohio State and Texas. We'll have Austin Ward on at 10:30 to talk about that. We're also wrapping up our NFL two-a-days today with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brooke Pryor, who covers the Steelers for ESPN, will join us at 11:30.
There we go. 3 full hours of football should be a lot of fun. Buzzer time now. Let's do it.
Shove it down your
his throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
If there's one thing I think people know about me, it's that I love pickleball. Huge fan. I've been saying for years, pickleball is going to catch on. It's the biggest thing in sports. The Columbus Sliders are apparently a major league What? No? Hang on. Hold on. Let me start that over.
Yeah. How dare you call me that?
Be careful. Dick from Dayton's on the line to talk about Major League Pickleball, too. Major League Pickleball. I thought it was pro pickleball, but it's Major League Pickleball. Mm-hmm. The finals were held in Central Park, New York, this weekend. And the Columbus Sliders won the championship. Shout out to them.
Look at that.
They defeated the number 1, number 2, and number 3 seeds along the way. They were calling them the Cinderella Sliders, but they got the job done. So they win $100,000. I don't know if that's.
I mean, is that
good?
A piece
for them?
Is it a piece?
I think it's for the whole team.
It's between 4 people. That's pretty good.
So 25 grand.
Yeah, that's, you know what? You get through paying for the flights and the hotels, you might break even on that in New York City. That's good.
They're Cincinnati Bengals players, obviously. I'm just going to go ahead and declare it right now. Columbus, pickleball capital of the world.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Have you played, Baker? Are you a pickleball guy?
I don't understand pickleball at all.
Good.
No, I haven't.
It's like the worst elements of tennis and ping pong. And we decided let's squish the court, but play with the worst paddles.
I don't understand the home thing.
You mean the kitchen?
Excuse me.
You can't go in the kitchen unless the ball goes in the kitchen. It's that simple.
I don't know
out of the kitchen.
What does that mean?
Just play badminton like we did back in the day.
Or tennis. God forbid you actually, that'd be a real sport.
That's a lot of running.
I know. That's
a lot of running.
Although they say the old people that play pickleball, like the senior citizens, get involved and they think it's going to be easy, and then they all blow out their Achilles and their ACLs because it's still like you're stopping and starting.
It's a young man's game.
Got to be careful out there. All right. Well, congrats to the Columbus Sliders on their pickleball championship. May you win all the pickles, I guess.
My favorite part about the story, though, they're named after White Castle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're sponsored by White Castle.
Yes.
I wonder if Dick from Dayton plays pickleball.
That's how he stays young. That's how he stays healthy right there. All right. Bishop and Friends is next. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning. Well, we are noticing a new crash for folks over on the west side. 70 eastbound, that ramp to 270 northbound is completely closed right now because of this crash. Definitely causing some backups already, especially with a busy morning like Monday morning right now. So a good detour just to keep in mind here. Continue on 70 eastbound. Go down on 270 southbound. Get off on 40, make a nice little loop, and that will take you back on 270 in that northbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance, with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. G-Lakes Hyundai of Dublin.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year. In time due.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.